Good morning, good afternoon. In case I don't see you, good night. That's not how it goes, but it's the Truman Show quote. Yeah. How are you, Chris?
I am ready. I'm good.
Yeah, let's
How
do
about
this.
you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Apart from stuff, life. Should we get deep? Let's get deep.
Well, let's save that for your question, I think.
Let's just bring it down.
Yeah, let's start off
Right
the
off
mood
the bat.
by killing it. Just
Yeah. No, I'm very excited. I think we're going to have an interesting week of the best thing we watch because it's going to be an eclectic choice. I have quite a bit of anime to talk about. Just because we've started off the new seasons of returning favorite anime series. So that's going to be good fun to talk about. And I've seen that you've been putting out content. I didn't even know you were going to be watching this week, Chris. So I wonder if some of those are going to be in your choices. We will see. General format, we talk about the best thing we watched. We talk about the not so best thing we watched later on. And Chris does a movie quote quiz. I do a stupid question. We chat to you guys. If you're catching us live, we will answer as many of your questions as possible. That is our favorite bit. If you really want to get your question up there for us, feel free to use the super chat. Or if you just want to support us that way, extra more than you are already doing, then hit the thanks or something. Our Patreon has over 100 videos, and that starts at £1. We had a new subscriber just this week, so welcome. You can see everybody in the bottom of your screen now who is a subscriber, their names flowing across there. So that's fantastic. Thank you so much for supporting us that way. We dropped 2 Patreon videos just this week. Both anime? Yeah. Ghost in the Shell and Wolf's Rain.
Wolf's Rain. Mm-hmm.
Wolf's Rain, yeah. Both very different, but also quite aged. One of them is excellent. The other is slow. Go and see what we made out of those. But also we have a very eclectic mix of Patreon videos for you to jump into right off the bat from that first tier of £1 or $1.50, depending on where you are in the world. Chris?
Hi.
Should we say hello to who's online before we get to your amazing movie question?
Yes, let's do that. All right, so coming off of your channel, Shiny, first off, good morning. Then Shiny has a stupid story, which I thought was kind of funny because they rented a movie thinking it was that British film, The Moor.
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah, I enjoyed the atmosphere of that. But what they... They rented something entirely different.
What was it that you watched? Shiny, let us know. Put the link in the comments so I have some frame of reference. Yeah, someone else asked me literally this past weeks, like, where can I find the Moor? And it's still not widely available. Like, it's really difficult to find, if at all.
It's coming out. I actually got an email about it.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's coming to so UK. It actually now has a release date. So it is, let's see here, I'm scanning the email. July 1st. Nope, excuse me. No. June 14th in cinemas, July 1st on digital.
That's bonkers. Why did they give it to us so early to review if it was only coming out now? Was it a festival?
Yeah, it was that.
It was a horror festival or something.
Yeah.
In the UK. Yeah, okay. Definitely seek that out. The atmosphere and the ending alone are worth.
Oh my gosh,
the money's paid for that film.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Crochet a while and listen. Good morning. Hey. Chris Retzlaff, is this the best thing I watched? Let's go. Chris, no, this is not the best thing we watched. We've changed up the format for this week. We're just going to talk about sand.
It gets everywhere. Apparently, there is a 4-hour cut to George Lucas's The Phantom Menace, which means there's going to be a lot more sand.
Yes, a lot of sand. Oh, goodness. Leo the Short Guy, hello. Welcome. So glad you're here. Yale made a salad for this. I'm going to take that just as is. I'm not going to take any innuendo or anything else that could be within there. I don't know. All right. Juice. Yes. Awesome. Good day. Welcome.
Wait, I'm still. How can innuendo be I made a salad?
Not even going to bring. No.
Is my mind cleaner than yours, Chris?
Why don't you Google?
No, I'm not doing that.
No? Okay.
No,
Okay.
I've learned my lesson. People tell me, look this up on Google. Not doing that.
All right. Yep. Hit that like. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate that. The Bunny Dojo, Rabbit Care, and Bun Fun. We are so glad that you are here.
Just so we get to say your name.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, for no other reason but that. But we love your contributions and your comments. Shiny's going to join our Patreon, which is cool.
Woo!
Yeah, patreon.com/thebearded ones. It's because we got beards, you know. And then let's see. Okay, so the movie was More from 2017. Not
Okay.
horror at all, just some indie film. Okay.
All right.
So, wait, did it say? I'm looking back at the thing. Full on rented it. Not just searched it out, but rented it. So I'm sorry. Oh, no. Bummer. Okay. Well. How about,
wow. It's not Moore's Dash Monster 2, is it? No, it can't be.
Oh, that's even better.
That looks horrendous. Surely you didn't watch that.
Is that going to be something that we're watching later?
Oh, no, it looks like porn, to be honest.
Oh.
It looks like one of those really dodgy films.
Oh. No. Yeah, I can't even. I'm going to have to.
Because that's the only one I can find. Okay, cool. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I see that one. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to search on Amazon or something, huh?
Yeah.
No, it just says
Brilliant.
More. That's what he said. Oh, yeah, it just says More. Okay. Well. Yikes. Okay. Well, let us then do our movie quote quiz.
Okay.
Congratulating those from last week, Tara Briscoe, Chris Retzlaff, and Nostromo with 2 out of 3. The answers.
Strowman missed one? Wow.
Yeah, didn't get the first one. It's a, I want to say it's a lesser known movie, but if you were, it's like a quintessential 80s like movie. I don't know. Not so much as like Ferris Bueller or Better Off Dead, something like that. But this one, anyway, it's Summer School with Mark Harmon.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Seriously.
I'm just going to look it up. Maybe I have. It doesn't ring a bell.
Somebody, and it may have been Chris Retzlaff, had talked about like a first like on-screen crushes. Courtney Thorne Smith in this, absolutely, hands down, was a crush on screen.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen this.
No, yeah,
Kirstie
okay.
Alley. Okay.
Yeah, Mark Harmon plays this. He's getting ready to go on vacation, and he's made to be the substitute summer school teacher or whatever. And he's got just all the people who are just failing, and for various reasons. And he's got 2 people that love horror movies, especially Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they in fact, one of the guys' names is Chainsaw. But he says, okay, take your seats. And they pick them up and they go, where should we take them? And no? Okay.
Okay. I guess you had to have seen it for it to be like, it's but a scratch, that sort of reference.
Yeah. Yes. Well, there's a lot of good little one-liners in there. So you're going to have to watch that at some point.
Okay.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, number 2.
Nice.
And then Ferris Bueller for number 3.
Oh, so you went 80s. Is 80s movies the theme?
80s school, high school.
High school, 80s school.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So this week, I think I've done this theme before. I can't remember now, but
that's, I mean, you could do horror theme and have 1,000. Quotes,
Exactly. So this is what we're going with this week. Okay, you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
I think at least one of them is going to be easy. Lorraine, my density has brought me to you.
Okay, I got that one.
Okay. I never wanted to have anything in my life that I couldn't stand losing, but it's too late for that. It's not because you're beautiful and smart and perfect. I don't feel alone anymore. Number 3. Man, are you hungry? I haven't eaten since later this afternoon.
Okay, well, I'll get one out of 3.
Yeah, I knew you'd get the first one, and so that might help you, at least inform you on the theme for moving forward. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But now, Ruben, what is your question?
Okay, in honor of the film having just come out, If, I'd like to know what your imaginary friend looked like if you had one, or would look like if you made one, and what their names would be.
That's a good question. I don't remember having an imaginary friend. I related so much to Calvin and Hobbes, though.
Nice.
That wasn't so much as a kid. I mean, that was high school, but it. Yeah, I don't know. That's what would they be? I mean, now I have Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends in my head. Okay, right. One of the greatest animated TV shows ever. And while there are a lot of spectacular characters in there, like Eduardo, Coco, Cheese, though, is my absolute favorite. He's weird. And that's, I think, why I relate the best. He's just strange. Okay. How about you? What about you?
Mine would be some over-the-top anime hype-up character that'd be like, you can do this, get up! You know, I'm feeling too lazy, or I need to do exercise, and be like, just berating or encouraging, depending on the mood.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good. Well, what is, for everybody else, what would your imaginary friend be? Their name? What would it look like? We'll go to the comments, and then we'll dive into our stuff. But okay. Let's see here. Shiny would like their 99 cents back for renting.
Oh my gosh.
More.
It's bad. Okay.
Oh gosh, I can't wait to find this one. Okay, tricep, brah. Hey, movie recommendation is new Kristen Stewart movie Love Lies Bleeding. I liked everything about that movie except for the end. Did you got to see that, right, Ruben? Have we talked about this?
We've spoken about that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Yale is making a literal salad with avocado.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing dodgy about an avocado salad.
Benjamin Dover. See? Remembering summer school from the 80s. Now, that could have been he's remembering being in summer school in the 80s or watching the movie. Either way, though, it works.
And the tone of that, it depends on how you're saying it.
Exactly.
I remember summer school from the 80s. Or, I remember summer school from the 80s.
Exactly. Oh, we've seen 57 Seconds with Morgan Freeman.
No, I think it's a newer one, right?
Is it really? It is. You're right. Yeah. And Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that movie cover makes me think of
straight to DVD.
Yeah. What is that Taylor Lautner movie? From
when he just was famous doing the Twilight movies.
Yeah.
He did what I'm talking about. Like On the Run or something, on the roof. Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking.
Doesn't it look? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one there.
No.
Oh, okay. See, Chris. Yep. Courtney Thorne Smith in Summer School, and then in Nerds in Paradise. I don't even remember in that movie, but that's been forever. So, yeah. Wow. Ruben's going to have to watch Summer School.
I need
Everybody
to watch
agree?
that, yeah.
Yes. Okay, Mode wants to know if Three Body Problem series is an easy watch or do they require fully focus on the details?
I don't think you need to focus. Yeah, I don't think you. No, you need to focus on that.
Yeah, because it's first half a mystery, and then you learn the mystery, and then it's a different type of movie or
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
But even though we're going to spoil some of the news, watch it because it's been renewed. So now you
I didn't
can
know
go
that.
with
I didn't see that. Okay,
You didn't
that's
see
cool.
that? Yeah. And I don't know if it's 2 seasons or 1 season that they've renewed it for, but the tweet that I saw from Netflix, I think, was that like it sounded like they're going to do the rest of the story.
Wow, that's cool.
So
Nice.
yes. Son of Soils, good evening to
Hello.
you. Welcome. Oh, Chris's friend, imaginary friend, maybe. TV lived vicariously through another Phoebe Cates and Drop Dead Fred, but not because it was Phoebe Cates right in Fast Times, right? Am I right in thinking? Yeah. Okay. Crochet a while and listen. Imaginary friend, Inspector Gadget like.
Nice.
I had way too many siblings to have
an if.
imaginary.
That's fair.
That's great. Oh goodness. Are we gonna do Outer Range season 2 spoilers? No. When I
Way too
talk,
early.
yeah. I
haven't seen
Ruben.
it.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay. Well, Ruben and I watch things, at just a ridiculous rate, and so we're abnormal for this, and in a good way. I mean, I'm Abby normal, right? But no, we're not going to ruin that for anybody. We'll just touch on what we liked about it, or rather, I liked about it. Yes, Humane was a weird one. Did you watch that, Ruben?
Not yet, but it's on my list.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it was definitely weird. Juice likes Alyssa Milano. Oh yeah,
What, like
always
as
been
an
my boss. Who's
imaginary
the
friend?
No, for a crush. I think from the
Oh.
'80s. I don't. Do you remember? What's her name? Nicole Eggert in.
Theme jingle.
I don't know, because I'm now thinking of Charles in Charge, and so that's the only theme that's in my head.
I'm trying to remember who's the boss. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. But Nicole Eggert in Charles in Charge was another like on-screen crush there. And now, obviously, if you watch my channel at all, who is my like probably my biggest crush that I would drool
Idris
over?
Elba.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, yeah, love that man. Oh, okay, Ruben, let's dive into the best thing we watched. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm gonna do anime now, just to kind
Okay.
of get it out of the way. So we're coming into that time of year where the popular anime series that were like on hiatus, or they do their season and then they come back for a new season, and so we've just started My Hero Academia season 7, and if you're caught up, you'll know that our lead protagonist was towards the end of season 6 was in a very dark place, a very dark way, and his friends had to kind of bring him back. He felt the weight of being the hero with the power of the person that could, one of the few that can actually stand up to the insurmountable odds that they were facing. And so he went off instead of staying with his friends at school and basically let rip, but he was going to a very dark place. So we start off at the end of that, where it's just kind of come away from that, without going into spoilers if you're still catching up. And because it normally starts in a place where everybody's like either healing or happy to see each other again. It's a new year. And what I found with the anime that just started, I'm going to include Demon Slayer, is a new series of that Hashira training arc, is that they give us a few minutes to reacclimatize ourselves to the characters, but they just kind of jump in to the action and the story. The Demon Slayer first episode is 45 minutes long, and the animation in it is incredible. It's beautiful to look at. Our characters, because we're so far into some of the storylines now, our characters are much stronger than they used to be. I compare it to stuff like we had Naruto with like 9 seasons of him growing up and learning to become a ninja, and then we get Naruto Shippuden, which is the part where he is powerful, but it's the the Great Fourth Ninja War, and now we're past the part of training. They just have to now do what they've been training for, and that's what it feels like. Even though My Hero Academia is still all about the academy, and they're still learning how to be the heroes and control their powers, they are at a much higher rate now, because all they've been doing is fighting bad guys at a much higher level than they've been. So they've had to learn like on the job training, but like their on the job training is crazy. And so My Hero Academia starts off with a crazy battle that I was just not expecting. I saw it in the trailer and I thought, okay, that's going to be a big part of the story and they're going to build up to it. They just chuck you in, and where it goes, I wasn't expecting at all. This is how you start an anime series. So I thought, no ways, anime is going to top that this week. We go into Demon Slayer and they do exactly the same thing. I was like, man, this is tough, because now I have to wait week on week for the new episode. I'm not one of those that always has to, just wait for the whole thing to come out. I'm so used to binging stuff now. But it's a real treat. And I've found that anime works a lot this way. Just the little bite-sized pieces that you're really looking forward to that episode. So Crunchyroll have released those first 2 episodes. I think episodes two for both of those come out this week for the new seasons. Ninja Kamui is finally finished with its 13th episode. I think that probably a couple of weeks ago. So if you've been holding off wanting to watch the new ninja anime that everybody's talking about, it's the modern take of the ninja from the old school life, but in city life, with a great, very depressing beginning of a man losing his wife and child in the worst way possible, and then like a revenge story of taking down the ninjas that have lost their ways of who they truly are. And that is fantastic. So you got 3 amazing anime to watch. I've also started Windbreaker on the recommendation of someone. I think a friend of mine said he recommended it. So this is an anime that a young kid is bullied because of his looks. He has half white hair, stark white hair, and a yellow eye. And it looks like they make fun of him because he's got a yellow eye, and they think he's wearing contacts and he's doing some sort of cosplay, but he is that's his natural, he's got black hair and white hair, and I don't understand being bullied for something like that. Like in the UK, if you had that, people are like, that's so cool. But I do notice that there's a lot of like Japanese and Korean even, that kind of bullying how you need to look like, and it's very easy to be. That's very much part and parcel of the kind of storylines we see steeped in there. So this kid goes to the school. He yearns to be the strongest fighter and not to have to rely on anybody, because that's what he's learned as he's growing up. So he goes to this school. He heard that this school is like the top nastiest bad guys ever. Like these guys you don't want to mess with, and he wants to become the nastiest, the number one nastiest, strongest fighter in the school, because for whatever reason, then he knows he's reached the penultimate of having to do everything himself in life, but also not having to rely on anybody, except this school from the get-go is the one that's taken the city where the school is located under its wing. And the city was rife with terrible, terrible guys. And they just said, now this is under our protection. And so he comes smack bang into the reality of this is totally the opposite of what I expect. And now he has to adjust his expectations of, hey, these people actually are good. But they are also tough as hell and seriously strong. And so we immediately get this. It's an interesting thing, is when a person's been bullied their whole life, is a strong character, still is yearning to be a part of a group of people that you could call your family, and then suddenly start to have to rely on other people or even make a friend. And yeah, it was really interesting, really good. Hooked me straight away. It's a really nice, interesting, different take on that kind of action anime, the shonen type.
And that's on Crunchyroll also?
And that's on Crunchyroll as well. And they're out to about 6 or 7 episodes. So
nice. Well, that's a handful of
yeah, there's a bunch there.
anime there. Wow, rock on. Okay. For me, this was not on my bingo card at all. we Cinemark, which also AMC Regal in the US, Regal and AMC have been doing it for quite a while, but Cinemark I think just got on the bandwagon for doing this. But they have these mystery movies on Mondays, so it's $5, and you go in, and sometimes they give hints. This time, there really wasn't a hint other than it was rated R, and so the movies coming out this week were The Strangers, If. In my area, I saw the TV Glow, and Strangers rated R. If obviously not. Even I saw the TV Glow was PG-13, so that one was out. There was Back to Black, the Amy Winehouse one, that's rated R. So we thought, oh, okay, it's going to be one of those two. As I was before we headed out, I was just scrolling through things, and I saw this other title that I did not know was coming out called Babes. And I'm like, well, I don't know what that is. I hope it's not that movie. And so we sit there and we're in the theater, and you get through all the credits, or you get through all of the just ads and everything else. The movie starts and it's New York. And the music is such that there is no way in the world this is going to be The Strangers. Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe it could be Back to Black because you're starting like New York, and then it's like a concert there, and then it's going to flash back to Winehouse's life. But the music still doesn't fit. No, it's Babes. I was at the beginning, just in the first 30 seconds, maybe a minute, I'm like, I don't know anything about this movie, but the movie poster did not look like it was something that was like, yes, this is what I want to watch.
Doesn't sound like even the title. Like
it stars Ilana Glazer and Michelle Buteau. Holy crap, this is laugh out loud funny. I mean, stupid funny. Witty, clever, fast, but also heartfelt, very sweet, genuine, and relatable all at the same time. And so what you have is Michelle Buteau and Ilana Glazer are best friends since childhood. They're now grown adults. Michelle Buteau has a husband who's Hassan how do you say his name? What is it? Hassan Najjar? No. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of his name now. But they have one kid, and she is pregnant when the movie starts. Ilana Glazer is single, just dating, no children, no nothing like that. Well, fast forward just a tiny bit, because the entire plot revolves around this. Ilana Glazer has a one-night stand and gets pregnant. And then it becomes the journey after that. Does she keep it? Does she not? If she does, what does that mean? And this is crude comedy, but not crude just to have dick and butt jokes or vagina jokes, because it's women.
Yeah.
But they fit. The jokes have context with them. And something I had said in my review is there are some where they will set up a joke and then wait through scenes and then give you the punchline later. And I mean, it made it so much more funny because it's situational also. Because they'll set up something and everybody is going like, that's not going to turn out well. Yeah, but you don't know how. And you don't know when, And I mean, the story of friendship is wonderful. There is the predictable conflict arc, that happens that you always have to have in something like this, so that you can have a character learn something or bring them back. it looks like it could be a Netflix original movie. This is, like I had said before too, that this is not cinematic beauty and wonderment. Okay, this is not, technically phenomenal. No Oscars are going to be given for this. No sound design or mixing or special effects, anything like that. This is just a damn funny, feel-good movie about friendship, and every character is awesome. And it's not a large cast, but they do sight gags, and the sight gags are obvious to us, but what makes it hilarious is they point them out every time, and it's consistent, so it's part of the joke, and it's just oh my gosh, it is. We took the whole family, and so there's 6 of us sitting in a row, and most of us hoping that it was going to be The Strangers. Now, thankful it wasn't, because apparently The Strangers is like absolute dog crap, hot, just garbage. So I'm glad it wasn't that. But we walk out smiling, can't wait to watch it again. Just really, really funny, and it just lifts your spirits. So while this was not on my list, not even on my radar, didn't even know it was coming out, had never seen a trailer or anything. Wow. If you get the opportunity to see Babes, and you appreciate comedy, and you don't mind crude humor, absolutely. Oh my gosh. So, there you go.
Nice. Never even heard of that.
Now you do. Now you should. You should go watch it. Should we go back to the comments?
Sure.
Okay, let me make a note here. And then I gotta find out where we're at. Okay, let's. Okay, so Bunny Dojo, coming back to your question, Ruben. Don't know if it counts as an imaginary friend or not. When I was really little, I had a puppet of Grover from Sesame Street, brought everywhere and talked to. Well,
yeah, I think that kind of counts. You're animating
Absolutely.
something and giving it life. Yeah.
That's awesome. So it's good to have a friend that way. Crochet a while and listen. Best anime they watched this week, season 2 of Blood of Zeus, which was on your list last week.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Nice. Yale's imaginary friend would be Christina Yang from Grey's Anatomy.
Why? She would get you working. Flipping heck, she would you call that a stitch?
I mean, she'd be your biggest champion, and also your biggest critic.
She's so logical as well. There's no emotion attached.
Oh yeah. Oh goodness, Amy. Hey, welcome. Good evening to you. Live chat. Yeah, exactly. So we're glad you're here. Amy wants to know, Ruben, how's your beautiful wife?
She's great. She's currently doing student finance for one of my sons, filling out forms. So she's doing the wifely job. But I will tell her you said hello.
Did you say the wifely job?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
if I try to do that, Ethan, my son, wouldn't get his student finance. Gotcha. I say wifely because she has all the brain cells to do it.
Gotcha. Okay. I just say that just because there's been the whole, I don't know if you saw, but the moronic, misogynistic Kansas City Chiefs kicker this week got up in front of a whole bunch of college graduates and told all of the women who just earned their degrees that their best job would be as a wife and mother in the kitchen.
Yeah, too right. That's where they belong, right?
Yeah. So anyway, moving on. Welcome to the Chris Show. Oh, goodness. Juice, I do believe that we are going to talk about the 8 Show. Yes. So, Okay, Ruben, Kamui, it's Kamui.
Oh, right. Thank you. I never know how to pronounce these names because I'm not Japanese and I have massive dyslexia, so my brain always puts things in wrong ways anyway, even with numbers sometimes. So, yeah. Kamui. Ninja Kamui. Yeah.
Nice. Ruben, do you live in London or somewhere else?
Yeah, I do live in central London. If you go to 10 Downing Street and just knock on the door, you can come have a cup of tea with me.
It's a black door, right?
Yeah, black door.
Shiny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You might see a cat running around.
Nice. Oh, Andre, hey, welcome. Good day to you. Thank you. We appreciate that. Trying to keep up decent work, I think.
Andre KP must stand for Killer Poo.
Kitchen Patrol? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Killer Poo. Love it.
Oh, Kitchen Patrol, because that's where the women are. Chris doesn't know what to do with me today.
Just gonna.
Just. if I need a disconnect button.
If I don't say anything, did it just not happen? Oh, okay. A plebeian pleasant. No, excuse me. I did two. Yeah.
Plebeian peasant. That's peasant. A tongue tie. Yeah. Seashells. On the seashore. Well,
there's 3 of them.
Right.
Okay. They recently watched George and Tammy with Michael Shannon and Jessica Chastain. I'm not really a country music fan, but Shannon's voice is really powerful. Oh, really? As George Jones at the end of Fan.
I haven't seen this. Yeah.
Well, and what's funny is, didn't Jessica Chastain also play Tammy Faye Baker aside Andrew Garfield?
Yeah, I think she did.
With the eyes of Tammy Faye or something like that. Yeah, okay. That's funny. Huh. Okay. Didn't do your homework. You will have to. You won't have to dip out. We're just no spoilers.
Chris is not doing
I promise.
Spoilers.
I promise. I am not going to do spoilers because I want everybody to be able to enjoy it as I did, especially because all episodes dropped at once. Hoping this Monday's Screen Unseen is Ezra. What is Ezra? Ruben, do you know a movie called Ezra?
Possibly about the dodginess of Ezra Miller and what he's been up to since The Flash.
Oh, well, there's also one. Oh, no, there's one. Yeah, it's directed by Tony Goldwyn, that's interesting. I didn't know he directed, but it's got Vera Farmiga, Robert De Niro, Rose Byrne, Rainn Wilson, Whoopi Goldberg, Bobby Cannavale.
Whoa!
Holy crap!
What is this movie? I've never heard of it.
Centers on a comedian, Max, co-parenting autistic son Ezra with ex-wife Jenna. Faced with crucial decisions about Ezra's future, Max and Ezra go on a life-changing cross-country road trip. Ooh, that sounds really
interesting.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Screen Unseen. Okay. Yeah, maybe it'll be in the UK as well. Okay.
Yeah, that's what their mystery thing is called. So I think that might be AMC or Regal's.
We get Screen Unseen here as well.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe they'll be doing a wider Screen Unseen.
Nice. Okay, cool. Love you. Hey, you're not that late. We've only just begun. So you're totally good here. You haven't missed anything, really. I mean, just our first one, but that's okay. And come back to that. Ruben touched on four different animes. So, and I talked about babes. So, Christina Yang is a badass. She would make me stop whining and forget about any jerk out there. But true. And she might even go beat them up.
She would kick their ass, yeah. Or she would 3D print a weapon to kick their ass with.
I don't know what that reference is.
You do if you've watched all the way up to her whole arc.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Does it go a little dark there?
No. She ends up basically being in charge of a hospital with lots of 3D printers. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay.
state of the art stuff. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's fun. Have you seen In the Land of Saints and Sinners?
No, that's the guy that will find you, right?
It is.
Liam Neeson.
Yes. Yeah. In a remote Irish village, a widower is forced to fight for redemption after a lifetime of sins. But what price is
Came out on Netflix recently. I just looked at it and thought, is this another one that they bought one of the 30 or 40 Liam Neeson movies that go straight to DVD? It wasn't one that like stood out to me. But if it's good, I might watch it.
Well, that's wild because in the U.S., it's not on Netflix.
Oh, interesting.
You can rent maybe or buy it on Prime.
Oh.
But
yeah.
it doesn't.
Just
Interesting.
switch your VPN up and go watch it on the UK.
On Netflix, yeah. Well, there you go. Okay. Bunny Dojo, hey, did you see the trailer for Megalopolis? It's a reimagining of the silent movie Metropolis. It looks surreal like that. Oh, I have not watched the trailer. Did you watch the trailer yet?
I haven't watched the trailer, but I did laugh at the festival that did 10-minute standing ovation, and then immediately the Rotten Tomato scores are like 26%. I was like, the disparity there is there's something not quite working.
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so Son of Soil's best movie watch this week, The Murder Case of Hannah and Alice from 2015. Have you heard of this, Ruben?
No.
Me neither. It's it's animated.
Oh.
It's Japanese.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's available in the US or not. That might be something that's up for you. So cool. Okay, hey everybody. Didn't we answer this? Seen Humane? I watched it. Ruben hasn't.
Someone else asked this question.
Is it? I don't know. Was it? Okay, but Yasi, yeah, hey, welcome. Yeah, it is. Is it on Shudder now?
I think it is. I think it's on Shudder now.
Okay. Yeah, I watched it. It was weird, different. Yeah, I can't wait for Megalopolis. Right on. Outer Range Season 2. Well, we will get to that in a little bit. So good to know when okay. So good to know, Ruben. Thank you. I hope everyone is doing well, and Chris too. Hey. Break time is over. Doing night shift work in Tokyo. Oh. Well, Amy, hey, thanks for joining us. Have fun at work.
By.
That was cool. Glad that you got to stick out for a little bit. Let's see. Butker's is a hell of a kicker. Not a good look, but it was a conservative Catholic college. Yeah, true.
I'm so confused.
He's the kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. And
he was the guy that said all ladies should.
Yeah. Apparently, though, even the attendees were not too happy. At least
probably
the things that I've
dresses in
seen.
white on the weekends.
Oh, funny. Yes. Well, maybe. Okay, Ruben, you want to go back to stuff?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay. From anime to, as we say in the UK, and now for something completely different. Bridgerton Season 3 Part 1 was phenomenal. It was really good. It was as good as Season 1. I like Season 2. I just felt the quality or the storytelling, we lost some of that romance. It went a bit all over the place. I really like Season 2. Don't get me wrong. I just think when your show is like really high tier quality, the expectation is to try and meet that is really hard. So
sure.
If there was only Season 2, we'd be like, that's amazing. But because Season 1 started off so well. Anyway, Season 3 is split in two parts, which is just doo-doo to me because we have to wait a month to find out what's happening. You've made us wait a long time anyway for this particular season because, everything is now catching up after COVID and everything. So we've had the editing and the filming and all that. But thankfully, it feels like they haven't missed a beat. Lady Whistledown, our writer, is reeling from her best friend finding out that she is the writer, and their friendship is massively on the fritz in at least the 4 episodes here. In fact, her friendship is non-existent. In fact, her friend is gone with someone else as a friend, and so she's really struggling with that. She's decided that she's going to get married this season. So you know that you have the queen that has the ball, and she chooses a diamond every season. She does that. But there's a twist. There's something different with that. So I'm not going to spoil that for you. I have to say, one of my highlights, and this crazy thing for a grown 40-year-old man who's watching a period thing to be so invested. But I love the outfits of the queen. Especially
She's so good.
Her headpieces. They're mental. And if you thought you'd seen the most mental headpiece, there's one dude, there's a whole contraption thing inside her headpiece, and I was just like, wow, these guys really go out for the costuming.
Can you imagine how strong her neck has to be?
Dude, I was like, it must be so heavy, because the stuff that they wear under, they've got those cages to make the dresses go out. I don't know if you know this, but how they actually went to the toilet, they never took them off. They just stuck the little
the chamber pot,
chamber pots underneath, and that's how they went to the toilet. And there's this whole theory of them using the fluffy dogs to mask. Yeah. There's a whole thing of, it's actually quite nasty when you go back to the rules. So they don't show any of that, but I just thought I'd give you some horrible histories.
Thank you for that visual.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All I think of is the dog in Bastion in Game Night.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I need to watch that again. So bloody. They just keep smudging the blood. Yeah. Anyway, so it's between her and Colin, the romance, because she's been in love with Colin for ages, but he only sees her as a friend, and he comes back kind of having matured a lot. So he's that much more attractive. He's he's now very positive. Not positive. What do you call it?
Confident?
Confident. Thank you. He's very confident in himself because he's been to something like 26 different locations in his time he's been away, and he's learned how to handle himself and talk to women, and really knows how to be in a situation and not be embarrassed by it. And so she knows that he will never be in love with her. Well, that's what she believes. And so she kind of moves on elsewhere. And so we have this weird triangle love thing forming again. There's a lot of side stories that they've started building up, but they don't really go anywhere in the first 4 episodes. They just kind of leave you hanging. And then at the end of episode 4, it's a massive cliffhanger. So I can totally see people waiting. And unfortunately, what that means is Netflix will look at this and go, it's not having the popularity that it used to have because no one's watched the first 4 episodes. But the mere fact that they've split it, a lot of people will wait until June, the middle of June, to watch it. And you know how they go off. Sometimes they look at the track record of the first 2 episodes watch time, and they go, okay, it's cancelled, before even giving it time to kind of garner a cult following. And Bridgerton is definitely popular.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I'm trying to put it in a frame of words without spoiling it, but the relationships are exactly like you remembered them. The costume design, the score, the acting, it just feels like, amazingly, like I mentioned at the beginning, they step from season 2, the end of, into 3. Even though there's been some time past, the characters just feel like you feel at home, them. So if you've been invested in the first 2 seasons, you're so going to be invested in what's happening now with Lady Whistledown. And there's consequences for her writing, right? So there always has been, but even more so now. And yeah, the families who are in deceit, tricking people who are lying about their finances, all of that they kind of double down on, so you know that's all going to blow up in the future. And our main family, the Bridgertons, are still at the center of it because they are like the golden standard, you know, how to raise daughters, how to get them noticed by the queen. Still, one of my favorite characters is the woman, I forget her character's name, the African-American woman who has the queen's ear. She's like the woman of wisdom.
Is it, what's her name? I'm going through the Danbury, Lady Danbury.
Yes, Lady Danbury. And she actually has a personal family storyline because we haven't had much with her. But there's a family storyline connectivity that seeps into the main arc, which I thought was really clever. But I've always liked her character.
We got a little bit of that with when we had the spinoff about the Queen.
Yes.
You know, and so we did get some of Lady Danbury's story within that. Okay.
Yeah, but now they've brought it into the main arc.
Well, you know how, so in season 2, we really didn't have Phoebe Dynevor's Daphne in there. Like her and what's his name? They kind of just exited. Well, they did exit out, not kind of. They just, Reggie-Jean Page, they exited out. And then last time we had the two, what's it, Kate, I think, and I don't remember the brother's name.
Yeah, she's the newly married couple that have become like the royalty.
Okay, so are they in this season, or do they kind of exit out also?
No, they're still in it.
Okay.
Because the Bridgertons are kind of staying in her house because she is the lady of the house. There's a whole kind of story there. They're still in it, but not much. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the story is now definitely pushing to be about the writing, Lady Whistledown, and all of those surrounding friendships, and then the households that butt heads. So you have the Bridgertons and the woman with all her daughters that she's married off, trying to get an heir.
The Featheringtons.
Yeah, the Featheringtons. I love them because they're always up to something. Yeah, and of course, Lady Whistledown, her mom is Miss Featherington. So
yes. So, so what it sounds like is there, while relationship, like romantic relationship, is still there, it's maybe taking somewhat of a backseat into the drama of the friendships and the
drama and friendships. There's still 100% that the romance story is what she's up to this season. And that is fun to watch because when it's typical when you see something that you had as a friendship, but then you see that person now going after somebody else, it suddenly makes that person think, oh wait, do I like that person? And that often starts the romance, which is clever because then you have a bit of jealousy starting to form, which is fun. There's a really great scene with an inventor that is showcasing what he's doing. It's outside. It's part of what the Queen is displaying for one of their festivals. And there's a hot air balloon. There's some other inventions, and there's a whole like kind of day out. And what happens in there? Yeah, a lot of fun.
Nice. Nice. So only 4 episodes right now.
Only 4. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the second half is another 4. So yeah.
Okay. All right. I have not watched yet, but I need to. I'm going to talk now about Outer Range Season 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk about nothing but spoilers. No, I'm not. This one, so it continues on from where we, basically it picks up like right where we left off with, you know, at the end of season 1, and I had to actually rewatch the last episode of season 1, which was good because it really refreshed a lot. But there was a stampede of bison that came out of the ground when one of the Tillerson boys was digging and looking for the black material. That stampede then affects the shootout and chase that is happening between Royal, Autumn, and the other Tillerson, Billy, I think. And she gets trampled. So he picks her up, takes her back to the house. And at the end of season 1, he says, that's our Amy. Because Amy has gone missing. She's the granddaughter. She's the little one. So big bombshell there, you know, is it like, whoa, okay, cool, twisting and everything. Season 2 picks up right from there. We get a lot of, we get more back and forth in time. We know that the hole, the void, the black goo, whatever that is, it allows for time travel, because we also saw Joy, the deputy sheriff, and hers. I don't even understand how this, because this hasn't been addressed yet. She didn't fall into a hole. She was walking through the mountains, and when she was walking along, she ended up back in the 1800s, where she sees just these massive fields of bison. She sees all kinds of teepees from the indigenous tribes that are living there. So she's,
that was season 1, right?
That was season 1, yeah. In the last episode, we see her see all of that.
And that's not addressed in season 2?
It is.
Oh, it is. Okay, good.
Well, her being there is addressed. How she got there, no.
No one's talking about. Okay, cool.
We don't know how that is. There's a lot of continued drama in this, and now we're seeing so many more, not necessarily butterfly effects, but we're seeing how things are being set up so that they influence, you know, the past can influence the future. And some of it is not so much that like things drastically change. We just see people's memories start to shift some.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's weird, cool, kind of. There's some images in this, some visuals that they feel odd. Like when Billy Tillerson, because he's very musical, let me make sure I'm calling him and it's not Luke. Is it? Yeah, okay, it is Billy. He's musical, so he's the one who sings all throughout season 1. Well, in this one, he sings a couple of times, and like at one point, he's like floating in the air. There's another time where like hand-drawn graphics are popping up and stuff, and it's weird. It kind of could fit because of some of the situation that's going on, but I was totally invested in this. It's actually shorter of a season than the season 1. The episodes are still chunky. They're like an hour each. Amazon dropped it all at once, which I like. I think that harmed the show a little bit because it was so heady and so, it's a Western, so it's patient. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has a slower pace to it. There's an urgency to it, but it's still, it doles it out patiently. And so I think Amazon was like, well, we don't want to lose people and then forget about it, you know, or they wait to binge it and then they never go back to it, whatever that is. So it's on the best thing I watched this week. But
interesting.
In season 1, do you remember there's a visual where Josh Brolin comes out of the hole?
Yeah.
And he's got no shirt on. It's nighttime. He's surrounded by family. There's all these like bright lights shining on him, and it looks, you know, just a little futuristic or at least different. Okay, so we get another glimpse or two of that. We also get a glimpse again, a little bit more like length of the cult-like thing that's with all the people in yellow. You know, they're all wearing yellow suits.
Yeah.
But none of that is really even addressed at all.
So
in season 2.
They're not wrapping up at all the story.
I felt like they only added more questions to this. That they didn't, and so I'm really beginning to become concerned that this is traveling down the Lost path.
Oh no.
I'm still giving it like I'm invested in it. I really want to know, and I I don't want all the answers. Obviously, I don't want it to be like completed if there's more to tell, but I want to feel some confidence that they know where they're going with this, that there is an actual endpoint and a plan to this versus we're just going to pile on more, more time travel and that's going to help everything. So yeah, if you, it's there are some Shakespearean moments kind of in there. At least they feel like that, where you have like these big dramatic arcs building, and something is going to possibly be catastrophic. We get more insight into Royal Josh Brolin's past. Characters that maybe we didn't see as much of in first season, we get more of this time.
If they don't give you any answers, then they're just stringing you along, and that's how you lose audience.
Yeah, and this is where I'm hopeful that people are going to still want to watch it because the mystery is so deep of what's the end game here. Because
you fell away from.
I did, and it's got season 3 now, which I'm like, I want to go back to it, but no, that's exactly it too. That you can't continue to pile on things with zero payoff ever. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to see some forward progression in some of these clues. Even if I'm just guessing at certain things of what's going on, you've provided me with roadmaps so that I can guess. I might be totally wrong. But yeah, this I feel like I'm just kind of going along with it, and I'm not able to really make any guesses. I'm not able to say, oh, well, it's this, or I think it's that. It's just, it is. So totally worth watching. The acting is phenomenal. The dynamics between characters are just, they are raw and vibrant and violent sometimes.
Okay.
But that being said, yeah, you might.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
Nice.
You want to go to chat?
Sure.
All righty. Let's see. Let me scroll up to where we were. So Yasi said Humane's a weird show. Yeah, our movie. Yes, definitely is. Yeah, we, as we just talked about, Outer Range. Which is okay. Mode wants to know our favorite Marvel and DC movie.
Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok.
Really? Above a Guardians movie, huh? Wow.
It's the easiest one for me to watch. I have so much fun with the Hulk and Thor relationship.
They're very true. I think mine is Endgame.
Endgame's good. I think I prefer the first part.
Infinity War?
Infinity War, yeah.
I just like, for me, it's the champion ending. You know what I mean?
It's the moments at the end. Yeah, no, I get that.
I mean, it's total fan service, but I don't care. I'm a fan. DC, though. I really, really, really like the first Shazam movie.
Oh, okay.
I also like Wonder Woman, the first one.
Yeah, that was excellent. I think I would go for the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League.
Oh, so good. That's a good one. Yeah, solid choice. Okay.
Tough, because DC doesn't really have any that are like really good. They're kind of rubbish, most of them. Yeah.
And they feel a little disjointed, I think, too.
Yeah. I was only joking. I was being facetious.
Well, there is, you know what? Oh, you know what? The Suicide Squad. I liked that one.
You like that? But that was directed by James Gunn, who was doing Marvel stuff.
Marvel stuff, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, whatever. Is that really a Marvel movie? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Sorry you were late. Yasi, the wall plug thing. No, we have moved on from that. I don't know what our theme today is, but no, Lord, no, not the wall plug, please. Okay, Bridgerton season 2 or season 3. I think maybe season 3 part 1 and Outer Range season 2. Okay, sweet. And Delicious in Dungeon on
funny.
Netflix. Oh. Yeah, that's that anime, right?
Yeah, it's still going on. It's. I think it's probably because it's going to have 26 episodes rather than the standard 13, so it's like a double season in one. But yeah, it's really good. It's funny. It's the one where you learn to be a cook with the monsters you are defeating. So you eat them basically. You make culinary dishes because you can't. The dungeon's so big, you can't go back and have enough supplies. So you learn to make different dishes.
So you eat as you go?
To eat as you go, which is why it's called Delicious in Dungeon. And it's really funny. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. You said it was, it's on Netflix. Okay.
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Would I like it?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Furiosa early reviews, very positive and rated very high. Said the trailers didn't even do it justice, and it's a lot different from the trailers. Ooh.
Oh, that's good, because I haven't been particularly massively impressed by the trailers. So,
yeah, I'm not. I mean, still, Sand Thor is kind of.
Yeah, that's one really positive things I've been hearing. That Thor actually is the guy that knocks it out of the park.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, Anya Taylor-Joy is spectacular. So
of course, yeah. I expect that from her, but. Yeah. I want to see Hemsworth as someone other than Thor. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But did you hear him talk about, I think it was this week or something, he was defending the Marvel movies? Yeah. Like he was talking, about how he doesn't understand how these people go in, like these actors go in, and if their movie doesn't do well or something, they trash the movie or the MCU or anything.
That's not the way to do it. Yeah.
No.
If you've done a good job, and you're proud of your character, why trash it if it doesn't do well? Money isn't the thing that makes your movie good.
No.
Yeah, there are a million reasons why your movie might not have, made a huge amount of bank. What else was on? Timing, the zeitgeist of the health world. Yeah.
And we know that there are so many cult favorites that bombed at the beginning.
Yeah.
And later on, people go, oh, wait a minute.
How many people said that the new Captain America movie, not
Miss Marvel
movie, the Marvels was terrible. It was like slated, and then when it came onto Disney Plus and everybody's watching, it's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? This is great, and it was.
It was so much fun.
It's so good.
Yeah. So yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, I think this will be.
Yeah, I think I've got tickets to go and watch this in London, but I don't know if I will.
Ooh.
It's just so expensive.
Oh, I think I was invited to a screening in San Francisco on Monday, but I have to go out of town for work. So that is not going to happen, which I'm bummed about. So
I'm definitely going to be re-watching the first one in prep. I probably want to try the black and white one because I've never watched that version.
Ooh, I haven't watched that version either. I did rewatch Fury Road like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. And still great?
Still so much fun. Yeah. I mean, the action in that is just insane.
Yeah.
I
might watch it tonight, actually.
Nice.
Good call.
Yeah. I was... Because that's one of your favorites, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You have to let me know how the black and white version is if you watch it. Cause that's...
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay. Ruben, hey, you have a cool T-shirt. What's your Batman, right?
So I re-angled my camera. I noticed in all my reviews like these awesome T-shirts, but you can never see them. So at least now you can see some of it, and my nice podge. So it's like Fat Man rather than Batman.
Round is a shape. You're totally in shape, so you're good to go.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Mr. Saxon, welcome. Late getting here. Ruben, you would say this word disastrously.
Why are you calling me out like this, Mr. Saxon? How I struggle with this word, like Benedict Cumberbatch struggles with penguin. I struggle with disastrously. I did it.
Hey,
yeah.
Well, it's like, have you ever heard those, watched those videos of Scots trying to say purple burglar alarm? Like as an American, that's hard to say, but they can't even get it out.
Wow. Yeah, one of my reviews, one of the 3 I released this week, there's an intro you can go and watch where I literally probably 20 times I just cut for all the times that I tried. And there's one point I'm dropping my head. I'm like contemplating my life.
And you didn't change the word. You just didn't try and do a different one.
No. That was the word. That's the one I wanted to do.
I've done that before where I literally can't say it. And so then I'm like, forget it. I'm changing the word even though I like this word better. And
possibly because I couldn't think of a different word at the times.
Because it's stuck. You're stuck in that loop of.
Exactly. Thanks for that, Mr. Saxon.
Oh, I'm gonna have to make sure I watch that video. Oh goodness, thank you. Okay, Crochet While enjoyed Mr. Robot, so Outer Range wasn't that weird to you. I haven't seen Mr. Robot. Did you watch that?
Yeah, it's incredible. One of the best TV series. Like, it's
really
just good. Yeah, quality stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very good.
Okay. Ruben, attention. We got the general here.
I mean, what's the actual way?
I don't.
Is it more out or is it down?
I don't know. Depending on the movie or show you watch.
Yes, true. And
because then there's also
so many different types of salutes,
yeah,
isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. And don't do the German one from the 40s.
Because he's this tall and he lives over there.
Yeah.
Got you with that one.
Wow, you were like batting 1,000 this week.
I'm on top form today.
Yes, you are. Wow. All right. Okay, so which apes do you think better or look better in Kong X Godzilla or Planet of the Apes?
I mean, Kong did look amazing in Kong vs. Godzilla, but when you're talking about the studio, the company that makes this, like this is their franchise, I haven't even seen the new Apes, but I've seen the trailer and I would go them all day long.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I mean, Kong was good.
Yeah.
And fun, and it looks great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's, especially as we go through, with Andy Serkis playing Caesar and stuff, and the emotion that's captured in that, you didn't get all of that.
Humans together, weak. Yeah.
So Yassi's haven't finished Outer Range Season 2. It's still got 3 eps to go. Certain there is an ending. Definitely more solid than From or Lost. Josh Brolin and Lily Taylor could be enough to trust the show. Because it's not Lily Stone, it's Lily Taylor. But I agree. Like, I love the cast. And Imogen Poots is spectacular, too. And Soul is, what's his name? Lewis Pullman.
I love that name. Imogen Poots.
Dude, seriously. Such a good one. Yep. Furiosa got a really long standing ovation, too.
Really? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. It was funny, too. I saw some of it with... like Anya Taylor-Joy, she was a little uncomfortable. At first she's sitting there and she smiles and she waves. She does a little curtsy type thing, and then the camera still sits on her. And so it's like, what do you do for that long? I mean,
I would just like take out some knitting and just wait until like you're done.
Yeah.
Why? What does it mean? In like the extra seconds, if it reaches 7 minutes, does it make it that much more better? I have better things to do with my life than, clap for 6 minutes.
Well, and it's not even like there's going to be an encore, because, at a concert or something, you chant and you stomp or something else.
Hey, could you quickly re-edit the film for an extra long bit?
Yeah. Or they show the in-credit scene. Okay, fine.
It's becoming quite a popular thing, isn't it? In Sundance and the Venice Festival. Like,
yeah. Well, and I think, personally, I think it's stupid. I mean,
it's stupid. Yeah.
you know, okay, if you get a standing ovation, sure. Because even at like theater shows, right? Like the actual live performance stage theater.
But they come out and bow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's still 2, maybe 3 minutes at the most. But I don't even think 3 minutes. I mean, probably 2 minutes at the most. And so.
Weird.
Okay. Bunny Dojo. Oh, I did not know this. Harold Perrineau, however you say pronounce his last name, said he made the writers promise that they had a plan because of Lost. Not counting on it, but during the learning. Okay. Well, and seeing that, you know what? That's funny too because he was in Lost also, so he's definitely
because of Lost. He's burnt.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure he probably gets it from fans sometimes.
Yeah. Like, you guys promised us there was an ending you'd written in, and then there wasn't because, you know, what happened at the end. So,
yeah.
Why do we trust you? And what does he say? Oh, I don't know. You don't. You shouldn't.
Oh, okay. So why, with Chris Hemsworth and Furiosa, why turn Chris into Jason Momoa when we already have Jason Momoa? I didn't get a Jason Momoa vibe from what I've seen.
No.
Yeah, so
I'd love the little teaser with Jason Momoa and Jack Black for the Minecraft movie they've done. It's hilarious. They've got like their pickaxe and whatever weapon from the Minecraft, and they do this thing. It's just their chemistry together looks brilliant. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube, it's done filming. It's out fairly soon, I believe. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, and from season 3, release date coming fall.
Yeah, probably.
Cool. Mr. Robot director Sam Ishmael.
He's incredible.
Leave the World Behind. Oh my gosh, I loved Leave the World Behind. I know most people didn't like that, but I thought it was great, especially because of how it real it felt.
I really like Sam Ishmael. I think he's incredible creator.
Well, and I loved the first season of Homecoming. The second season was okay, but the first season was holy crap, so good.
The Resort as well. Did you see that?
The Resort. I don't think so.
Okay.
What's that on? Is it a series?
Peacock series.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look. Surav, hey, welcome. Coming now after just finishing the 8 show.
Ooh.
We might be talking about that.
Might be.
Okay, so Chris was right about the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. After a few days, came to realize it's not as great as the last 3 movies, forgotten already.
Oof.
Yeah, it's fun, and I like it. It's just I didn't feel that the story was an apes story. So, you know,
okay.
If you're in the mood for entertaining, though, go see it because it is fun. It's yep. Mad Max is Aussie. Sorry, Aussie. That's why it's Hemsworth. Yep.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Have you heard of any whispers as to the quality of the upcoming Those About to Die? Roland Emmerich. Oh, that's the one with Anthony Hopkins, I think. Yeah, show set in ancient Rome. Recent photos yesterday. It looks great. I have not heard anything like anybody.
Is the world ending in it?
I don't think so. It should though because it's Roland Emmerich, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just gonna make an asteroid come and blow everybody up, something like
Those
that.
who are about to die salute you. Boom.
Yeah, done. Yeah. I've heard that. Did you hear this rumor that George Miller?
I would watch the heck out of that.
It would be so different, which is not a bad thing.
I think that's a good thing because even Hemsworth has said, he went too far with the character. He apologized to fans. He's like he loved what he did with Ragnarok, but they just had too much fun basically, and they needed less of allowing themselves so much space and more tighter writing. It would have been better. Yeah.
Exactly. General accepts all types of salutes.
Thank you.
I'm always the fun dad, Ruben the rogue kid that knows how to push the buttons. Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying I'm old? What? Waiting for episodes of Dark Matter, dude. Go, yeah, it's good. I love it.
It's good.
Homecoming first season. Okay, not the second season wasn't. I still enjoyed the second season, but I did feel that it lost some.
A very
Did you watch?
different feeling. Yeah, I did. I watched both. Yeah, that first season blew me away. I was like, "This is phenomenal."
Thoughts on Sacha Baron Cohen as an actor and the mockumentary parody movies of his, Borat and the Dictator.
I love The Dictator because it pushes the buttons of dictators. He never shies away of saying things that need to be said. I think he's a phenomenal actor because he's a chameleon. If you actually know what he looks like and what he talks like in real life, he is a quintessential British guy that he was Ali G first.
Yes.
And that was so good. He used to really tick people off with his Ali G character. But then when he was doing stuff like Borat, even more so. But if you've seen him in other films, you'll notice that he's an incredible actor. He actually is very good at what he does. It just depends on what your humor is when he does comedy, whether you can handle him actually stating things as they are, like just
That
kind of prodding
uncomfortable.
them. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think?
I've not seen Borat or The Dictator, but in Sweeney Todd and Les Miserables, I love him. I think he's excellent in those. So
Borat is so funny, man. Like, the stuff he says is very uncomfortable. My wife, she's number 3 prostitute in all Kazakhstan. That's where my wife, yeah. That's where it comes from.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Doctor Who this morning. Amazing episode, best in years, according to Mr. Saxon. I know you weren't thrilled with his accent too much.
Apparently, that is his real Scottish accent. And that's
really?
why it's different, because the English accent he was putting on for Sex Education was one that he had put on. But the accent, so he has a mixture. So it's Scottish, but it's, I guess, mixed up from his heritage maybe a bit. So it felt so different and strange. So that's on me.
Okay.
I just
I
wasn't
saw-
enamored with the first episodes, the babies.
Episode.
It was weird. Yeah.
Well, I saw a trailer for it for the first time, and I see what you're talking about it being Disneyfied with everything shiny and clean and
Very shiny and clean. Yeah.
yeah, and that's like, for me, that was a bummer. Just seeing that and knowing, you know what I mean, that there was a lived-in feel with the old TARDIS, and even the Doctor always, you know. I was struggling to hear a Scottish accent when I heard him speak this time. Like it was definitely not like your
Not your typical Scot accent at all.
not like, what is it, Gerard Butler? Not
Yeah.
not that. I mean it. So okay. Did you see the series Who is America in 2018, Ruben, with
Yes.
Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Incredible. Yeah.
Does it poke fun at Americans?
Very much so.
Okay, I'm gonna watch. That'll be good. Okay. Miss the days when you're waiting week to week to watch the next episode, and meanwhile watching reruns of that week's episode.
Yes and no. I think it works for some things and not for others. Some stories are just as one story in a whole that is chopped up. So it's nice to watch that in a big binge. But others are created for TV, like satellite original TV, that's episodic in nature. So
Yeah, X-Files.
Yeah.
Week to week was
Yeah.
great.
yeah. Fringe. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I prefer now, because I mean Netflix has just ruined it.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
But,
But now they're trying to backtrack on, because they want more watch time. So even like the new season, the last season of Cobra Kai is 3 parts, stretching over 2 years. Yeah.
and
And there's a movie coming out with Danielson. Yeah, so...
Yeah. Well, and with the amount of content, though, that Netflix puts out, because they buy from all over the world, they don't need to do this. You know, you just give it all at once, and...
my battery died.
Oh, okay. Well, I will go to me for a second, and we'll just continue on. Ruben won't be able to hear it. I embody that you can get older and still be... Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. And totally, I believe age is just a number and a total state of mind. I am a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. Never going to grow up. I will be irreverent and quirky and goofy all the time. I like now, because my adult children, I like to say things that make them wildly uncomfortable at the dinner table, because they'll sometimes say things, you know, that are a little risque or something, and they should know better, but they don't, and they say things which then open up the door for me to say even worse things, and they never expect that I'm going to say it, and yet I do. And then my wife is just head in her hands going, please stop, don't do that. These are our children, you're going to scar them. I said, they started it. So my wife has 3 children. I'm just the oldest. So did you watch From everyone in 3rd season trailer comment saying it's very good and I should watch it. Sarav, I've watched season 1 and part of season 2.
I love season 1. But
I'm encouraged that it has season 3, and what we just heard in one of the previous comments, that Harold Perrineau made the creators of From promise that they would have a plan for this. So that's good. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. No, I don't believe I am. Doctor Who was good. Yep. 515 Productions, welcome. Shogun. Yeah, week to week for Shogun. But Ruben binged it all at once.
Yes, I did. Well, over 2 days, yeah. And that was incredible. They're also talking about making season 2 and 3.
No. The showrunner said no. What?
Did he?
Well, in an interview, they had said, no, we like the...
Oh, yeah.
The story...
They are going on with season 2 and 3.
Is this because money?
Yeah, probably. Isn't everything because money and greed?
Yeah. Crochet a while, watches boring and slow things at 1.5 speed. That's fast. Wow. I mean, you're getting towards chipmunk speed there. Could you imagine watching some of the Korean or the Spanish?
Oh my gosh, the
shows where
the subtitles
at normal speed.
Whoop.
I'm sometimes like, whoa, slow down a second. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, John Mulaney tried to bring back live late night to Netflix last week. I didn't see that. Everybody's in Hollywood or whatever. But did you watch that, Ruben?
No, I don't know what that is.
It was some like late night type of talk show sort of thing. I didn't watch it either. Yassi, did you watch it? Was it good? Was it just poo? I don't know. Okay, we'll come back to comments. Ruben, what's on your list? Are you
there? Yeah, I was just reading General's comment. He said, Ruben, please don't miss Mashal and Magic, One Punch Man, and Mob Psycho into one. Please don't miss Mashal and Magic.
It's One Punch Man and Mob Psycho rolled into one.
Oh, yeah, no. I've seen both seasons. I've watched them religiously. The intro theme song is one of the best things.
Oh, you disconnected, Ruben. Your microphone died. Or was that my microphone?
No.
Did my microphone die?
It's me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay.
And then? Yeah.
And then?
Yeah, no, I've seen them. Love it. Yeah. Seen them all, and Mashal is one of my favorites. For me, it's Harry Potter, but an anime. Yeah.
My youngest started watching it a couple of weeks ago and was like, "Dude, have you and Ruben talked about this show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we have." Nice. Okay.
Okay. Back to reality. Back to something. Okay, so let's talk about the 8 show. Chris, have you watched any of this?
I finished it last night or earlier this morning.
Are you going to do a review for it?
I am.
Okay. Did you enjoy this?
Holy freaking crap.
Right?
It is. This is an insane show.
I said in my review, like, Netflix have not given this any advertising. Even the trailers have really low subscribers, meaning they didn't put any advertising into the trailers. And if you compare to what they did for Squid Game, but I would put this up there with Squid Game in terms of the crazy story, where it starts out with like a sort of game show with 8 contestants. The mind games that you get because of how they've created the flaws and the disparity between almost class system that they create within this, building up the teams of people that kind of form but are not, like, they're saying one thing but they're doing another thing, or they're like, let's buy this. Oh my gosh, it's messed up. It starts in one place and where you end up is crazy.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's unhinged at parts, and I mean, weren't you just like tense and worried and
the whole time? Pretty much every episode, I was like, what the hell? Whenever you think it's going crazy, they do something different, or they haven't. It's not them introducing new stuff. It's just that they're, I guess, discovering stuff.
And it shows the depths that certain people are willing to go to accomplish something that's important to them. So here, I think my only complaint is the ending.
Okay.
Because of everything we watched prior, I want a certain resolution to happen that we don't get.
Right. Did you have a person or a team that you were rooting for, that you thought were possibly the good guys?
Yes, I was always on board with 2 and 3.
I love that you know the numbers. Brilliant.
Yeah, which I thought it was hilarious, because even when we get the flashbacks that are in the 4:3 or the 1-to-1 square ratio,
yeah,
they don't, like, because it's subtitled because it's Korean and I don't speak Korean. They the names are of 5th floor or 2nd floor, something like that. So we never know their names, which is funny because on IMDb I was trying to look up who was who, and it gives their character names, and I'm like, what the crap? I don't know their character names. I know them as 8th floor, and so 2nd floor and 3rd floor. 1st floor to a degree. 5th floor to a point. 7th floor, yes. 4th floor, pretty much no. And then 6 and 8, absolutely not.
You don't like 6? Crazy. Anybody listening that has no frame of reference, the HO has 8 contestants, and each of them get a floor to themselves. And they're all numbered, and every minute you are in here, you get money allocated to you. But everything that you need to survive, to live, like toilet paper or a toilet or a bucket of food, is 1,000 times more expensive. Or 100. I think it's 1,000.
No, In the communal, it's 1,000.
Right. So in your own room, it's 100 times. In the communal area, if you want to buy something together, it's 1,000 times. So what it relies on is humanity being good. That it's basically an experiment. It's a human experiment that they want to see. I mean, probably for the rich people that are watching, much like Squid Game. So it's 44.8 billion won is the total prize up for grabs, which translates to 28 million pounds and some change. It's a big prize. So you see human greed in nature, but then you also see altruism. And this is what I hated most about this series, is that when people were kind, that wasn't repaid in kind. They would be stepped on for being kind.
Oh, yeah. No, there were people that were sociopathic.
Mm.
And it, but see, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure I totally agree with you on the humanity working together, because we see that at one point and then we don't see that at one point because...
No, but I mean, that's the idea. They all would have survived fine if had they worked together.
No, I don't think they would have, because they did in episode 2. You know,
Yeah.
They did that. That paid off, and they kept doing that, and then it didn't pay off.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The reason why
it's rigged. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and so because you have limited resources of everything, you know,
Depending
any supplies,
yeah,
time, food, any of that, all of that is a limited resource, which all can be gained by certain activities.
Or just, being a douche.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it really dives into the psychology of people. You know, who was your favorite?
I had lots of characters that I loved to hate. I quite like number 1. If you've watched it, you'll know why.
I mean, I appreciated that.
Yeah.
But I didn't like what it created.
No, true. Very true. The guy that we're introduced to at first.
Third floor.
3.
Yeah.
Probably still my favorite because of the underdog. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like his comedy that brought into that.
Yeah, we did kind of need that because it was always so dark and depressing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's really messed up, but in the most entertaining way.
Yeah. The set was uncomfortable as well. Like, everything looked so real, but it was all fake. You know, it's all plastic. It's great. So well done.
I totally agree with you that Netflix is doing a terrible job marketing this.
Nobody is talking about this series. Nobody.
This is like, you've been waiting for Squid Game Season 2.
Yeah.
Here is this while you wait.
Here is as good. Yeah. You're gonna love this.
Yeah, because you have the same level of drama, the same level of peril and conniving and scheming.
Deviousness. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have also those people who trust and what they do.
You see what happens when they do. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, one of those characters, I understand what was going on with them, and I understand that they are sympathetic because of what was happening to them, but they should have been tied up way before because they were already exhibiting signs of... I'm obviously not going to say it because we are being vague on purpose.
It's so vague, and people are like, what the hell is the show, man? But
I don't even
trust
know.
us. If you like Squid Game, you like dark, messed up, this is right up your street. And it's phenomenally filmed, well acted, great atmosphere, fantastic sets. Like, this ticks all the boxes.
Yeah, and I didn't get the sense that we're getting more, that this was limited series and done.
If it gets popular, they'll probably go more. Like Squid Game, I didn't think needed another season.
I know, but it does. But when you do think about like his need and his greed, it does make
sense. Yeah,
it does make sense in
where
that
you would
world.
go with it. Yeah.
Yeah, this one, I
don't want anymore. I don't want
it anymore either.
No.
Yeah, definitely worth it. I mean, this was phenomenal because you got it early, right? You got to you lucky. Yeah, nice. Cool. Okay. Are you good to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Lost my mouse. Need to make a time code here.
So what's next on your list, Chris?
The movie from 1994.
What?
Yeah, I know. So Shudder dropped a movie this week that was a sequel. It's a Danish movie called Nightwatch. Demons Are Forever.
Right.
And it's...
Have you seen the original?
Well, they sent me the original also because Shudder also brought both of them to their platform. The sequel is a Shudder original.
Right.
The first one isn't. I mean, it was made in 1994, but it's just called Nightwatch. But they brought them together because they're tied together. You've got the same actors. Nikolai Coster-Waldau from he's Jaime Lannister.
Was he in the first one?
He was.
Wow. Okay.
And you've seen Killing Eve, right?
Yes.
So Kim Bodnia, her handler, at least for part of it, he's like the gray hair and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's in both movies. He's very young in the first one.
So how's it? Because that's weird to me. Like this sequel's so long separated. Does it work?
30 years. Well, and the sequel's not on the best thing I watched this week.
Okay.
The original is. The original is.
Wow. Okay.
So the sequel, it does work. It's kind of a rehash of one, but it misses some of the buildup and some of the long tension. Now, what's funny is, and I had said this in my review, that when I was watching, both my wife and I are watching Nightwatch, the 1994 version. It's in Danish. And it's a guy who's going to school. He gets a job as a night watchman at a morgue. And then strange things like bodies. There's a serial killer in the town or the city. And so the bodies begin to pile up. He becomes acting really weird. And so then he becomes like a suspect.
Right.
As we're watching this, I'm like, this seems really familiar. Like, I've seen this before. I know I've seen it before, but I've never seen this before. I don't remember seeing these people ever, you know? And I'm like, what in the crap? And so finally, like, I'm like, no, I don't know it. So I clicked on the director's name. And sure enough, from 1997, he directed the English language remake with Ewan McGregor.
Oh, and you've seen that.
I've seen that one. Now,
Is
luckily,
that good?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
I'm sure it's decent. I remember vaguely enjoying it. This one, though, the 1994 version that is available on Shudder in the U.S. right now, it is so atmospheric. It is so uncomfortable in certain areas. Because you've got Nikolai Coster-Waldau playing the Martin, who's the guy in the he's the night watchman,
right?
And as a part of his deal, he has to go through each area of the morgue and take a key from each section, put it in this little lockbox type thing that he has, and turn it at set intervals. So that's how his time card is. You know what I mean? Like he's checking a box. Like I went to each of these locations. And so like in the actual cold room where the bodies are, the key is at the very back of the room. So he has to walk through all of them and you see him going like this. He's like, not going to look at anything. It's him and Kid Bodnia are best friends and they begin this game of dare. And it is messed up. More so Kim Bodnia because he's like just unhinged.
Yeah.
I mean, he's there's something not right about him. I mean, he's disturbed and just. So I think you can suspect and you can guess the perpetrator as we get towards the reveal. But I think it also does a good job of introducing a few characters that are sketchy enough to be suspects. It is totally grounded. There's nothing supernatural in this. No ghosts and goblins, anything like that. But because we see it, we're watching this from Martin's point of view, and we watch him experience things, and then him go back, and they've changed.
Oh.
It's like, are you going nuts? Or is somebody messing with you? Or is this a fever dream type of thing? Like it is so good. I mean, I was really blown away at how they patiently build out the mystery and all the thrills, but keep layering on discomfort also. And they introduce elements that are made to make you feel kind of dirty, kind of like conflicted.
Okay.
And it works really well because it's just, I mean, it's.
I take it it's not Lannister sleeping with his sister.
No, that's gross. Yeah, no, but it's the pacing of it and the intensity of it was wonderful. And you get to this point where it's like, like you're biting because you're like, oh my gosh. Now I knew because there's a sequel and it stars Nikolai Coster-Waldau, I knew that certain outcomes.
Yeah, that kind of takes a little bit of the mystery of who's going to survive out of it because you know who's in the sequel.
Yes.
Okay.
But some of the characters that are in the first one are not in the sequel. And so that does...
Okay. Does the first one end? Like, was it cliffhanger that people have been waiting 30 years for?
No. If the sequel didn't exist, that you feel great about.
Great. Okay.
They do something with it that can make sense and can work within it to give you a sequel.
Yeah.
I like the premise of the sequel. I just don't think that it drew the same magic, even though it's directed by the same guy. So it's the same storyline, you know what I mean? Like he's had the consistency there. It's missing that magic that he captured in the first one.
Okay. Nice.
So, but
nice
yeah,
find.
Nightwatch from 1994. Ooh, yeah. Go watch that if you can.
Okay. And that's on Shudder.
It is on Shudder. Yeah. You actually might have it in your screeners. Maybe because they just sent it to me. I didn't even ask for it.
Well, they, like Amazon just sends you stuff. I had screeners for Outer Range season 2, and when I went to watch them, they said they had timed out. So it was like, oh, okay, cool.
That's weird. I've never had those types.
I know you don't have time. They just obviously don't trust me. So.
Okay. Well, you are sketchy.
Yeah.
So.
I get this bit.
Yes, exactly. All right. You want to talk about the thing that we watched together, or do you have more to? Okay.
Yes.
Tell them what you made me watch.
All right, Battlestar Galactica, not the original 80s one, but the miniseries that starts off the series of, I think there's 5 seasons. There's 2 movies. The first prequel miniseries is Battlestar Galactica Part 1 and 2. These 2 episodes are an hour and a half long each. And had you ever watched the original, like the old 80s one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you were a fan of BSG. Okay.
Oh, yeah. The original show? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that was like, it was Battlestar Galactica and Buck Rogers. And
nice. Yeah. So did you like the way they connected?
I felt a good tie with that. I liked that we also, in this miniseries, which when I watched it on Prime here in the U.S., while it went to black where they could put in commercials, it was one movie. So it was just
Nice.
a 3-hour thing. Yeah, so I didn't have to
cool.
start a next episode or anything.
All right.
So, because I saw on IMDb that they counted it as 2 episodes, but when you watch it on Prime, at least here,
I watched
put
it on Prime.
together.
It was 2 episodes. So
Yeah. So oh really? That's weird. So this 2003 miniseries. So you get visuals of the old ones. You have of the Cylons and some of the ships and stuff. Okay, so this is very 90s.
for sure, like some of the graphics is really aged as well. But what I love, I think what still works, is they film it all grainy, so it feels like film.
Yes.
But the large majority, and it's part of the theme, the premise, is that everything's analog. So it's tactile feeling, it's old, it's submarine in space.
Yes.
And I think that works, especially as it gets older, it still works because it's Hunt for Red October in space.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that. I think I like the twist with the Cylons now.
Yeah.
I think that opens up a whole new
So much.
world there. I wish though that they would have spent more time kind of talking about the Cylon outside of the new part of it. You know what I mean? Like we have a lot of ships in space doing things, but we don't really.
There's a whole prequel series called Caprica that shows us the origins of where they actually come from, which was made after BSG. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, because it would have been nice to, like, because I remember, in the old show, from the 80s, you saw. I mean, you got to see inside the cockpits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have the kit robot.
This was really just the launch pad to kind of bring it back into as we start season 1, you get a lot more of that. Yeah.
Okay. Katie Sackhoff is so young.
She's so young in this, yeah.
Holy crap. I love too, though, because she plays Starbuck.
Yeah.
I love that they have her smoking a cigar.
Yes.
Because, what was his name? Benedict, I'd have to go back. I'd have to find it.
And I buy her. She feels comfortable in that role with the cigar. She
does.
Is butch in the right way, but also feminine. It's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. Because what's his name? Dirk Benedict, who is also in the A-Team. It was only in 78 to 79. Is that when I watched it? Maybe I watched reruns that were in the early 80s.
Yeah.
I must have,
they were on reruns for ages.
Yeah. But I mean, because he was Starbuck. And so, and he was always smoking a cigar too, at different points. And so I thought that was wonderful for this.
A lot of fans had issues with Katie being Starbuck, but I thought she killed it. She nailed it.
Of course they did.
Yeah, of course they did, yeah.
Whatever. So Edward James Olmos I thought was wonderful.
Admiral Adama.
Yes.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He will become your favorite character. Have you ever seen The West Wing?
No.
Okay, well, the president that people love, like as a father figure
Martin Sheen.
that controls you, Martin Sheen. He is that in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's the finger man.
Yeah.
Escalante.
Yeah.
But no, I liked it. I liked his demeanor with everybody because he was very down to earth. He was very didn't wear his rank in his persona.
Yeah.
Until he absolutely needed to.
Yeah.
And then though, he didn't call people out loudly. I'm thinking of this one conversation that he has with an engineer, and it is very quiet and it is very personal, but it is also very authoritative. I mean,
I love the way they show the authority because they'll do something or he will say something and they'll be like, there's no like mutiny, there's no, like even air of like someone will have a grievance, but there's always respect, like massive respect. It shows how much it's not authority, it's respect for the commander in chief
and trust.
Yeah. So the character I love that I think we couldn't do without in this series. Well, there's two that I love to hate. Guy Spalter, the most sniveling
gosh
weasel douchebag who makes you love to hate him, and the XO, who for me becomes one of the worst characters that I also love to hate. Yeah.
From the very get-go, the first time we meet him, I'm like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
You suck.
Yeah. The drunk XO.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they build his character and they give you reason and understanding as to why he's like that. And even though you can't forgive him for everything he's done, he's still phenomenal at his job as being the XO.
Yeah.
It's such a nice comparison because you have this guy that's perfect for the job, which is why Adama keeps him on. But at the same time, you can see why Starbuck hates him.
Yeah, he's a terrible person.
Yeah, he's awful.
But,
yeah.
But as an officer who needs to do a job and make some
makes
tough decisions.
Call that is a really tough decision. And I guarantee you nobody else would have been able to make that except Adama. Mm-hmm. And he makes it in the time that it needs to be made. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I was loving Gaius's interaction in the last 3/4.
Oh yeah.
Of the
it's so good. Yeah.
Because
trying to work out is he mental?
Yeah. Well, and because there's a couple of moments where it's almost like a Gollum moment.
Yes.
Where you're having this conversation and going through the pros and the cons or whatever, and then I'm like, because of I'm trying not to do like too many spoilers ish, but because of what has happened to him,
yes.
I'm now curious because he makes a decision. Is that because of what's inside of so that he can think differently? Or did he just guess? Did he, you know what I'm saying?
Or is what he's saying accurate?
Well, that's there too. Yeah. Because there's a self-preservation element that this could all be misdirection.
Absolutely. Yeah. And there's a lot of misdirection, things that you think that is coming, that you know is coming, and then they'll flip it on its head and say, yeah, but what if this person? And you're like, what? No. Because there's a moment right at the end.
Oh my gosh.
I remember the feeling the first time. I was like, no, really?
See, and that's not who I expected to come through.
Exactly.
Because this one was not even on my radar. You know what I mean? That's what I loved about it, because it was like, oh, I think it's going to be because you're just waiting. Something's going to. Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, okay. So, yeah, this was good. I mean, it took me a while to get into it, honestly.
I can see it. It's a slow. It builds. It's trying to establish the story, kind of connect worlds. It's dated somewhat. But once you get onto the submarine, and it's the analog, it's the space battles with the analog machines. It's one of the best versions of space fighting I've seen, more realistic, because like stuff implodes, its use of air. So much sci-fi uses like fire going outwards and noise and stuff, but they really thought about what would space battles actually be like.
Except for one point where one of the starfighters like does this bank like an actual airplane would with air resistance, and I was like, I don't see any other thrusters other than in the rear, and that's
we'll
sorry.
Just
that's
say
just,
there are.
Yeah. Which that didn't break me out of it. I just laughed when I saw it because I was like, oh,
how'd you do that?
Yeah, exactly. That was what it was. So, but good. I'm glad that was a good suggestion. You guys, if you like sci-fi, and you don't mind cheesy, but you like a good building story, that's definitely one. Now I'm intrigued.
It's so much better, like from here on. Like, just because then they obviously got budget. This was almost like their pilot, right?
Their pilot.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, I could see me going to this as a casual watch. the series, like just I'm cooking, and so I need something that's not terribly long, and so I'll put this on so that I can enjoy it as I go, and so okay. Well,
nice.
let's go back to the comments.
Okay.
And let's see here. We've got several. I just got to find where we stopped. Okay, this is a great question, actually, for Mr. Saxon.
Okay.
Probably an overly complex question. It's not. How did we two become friends?
I bribed him. I paid him.
That is so untrue. So untrue. Oh, no, you had done some collaborations before, right?
Yeah.
I had never done one at all. And
actually, with Austin Burke, I did.
Oh, okay.
One or two. Yeah.
Well, I got this email from this guy who wanted to do a collaboration. Asked if I wanted to do a collaboration. I'd never done one, so I was hesitant.
Yeah.
It also, though, was at a time where at my job, we were up against a deadline for a large grant renewal. And so it was absolutely chaos. Like I had no free time. Weekends and everything were just jam-packed. And so I was like, okay, because I think this was like maybe September, October, maybe that you had emailed me. February or March is when I reached back out. I had responded and was like, it's really a bad time right now, but, let's look at this. And so we did... What did we do?
Batman.
We did Batman?
I think it was Batman.
Batman? Okay. Because we also did, then we did the Captain America and, no, Winter Soldier. What was that? Falcon and Winter Soldier. We did a review of the finale. Remember? Because I remember, because it was like stupid late in the night for me. Because we did it right after it aired.
All right. Okay.
And then we did one, I don't know what we did. We did some like worst of list or something like that, or best of list.
It was really random. We were just picking stuff to collaborate with together. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had this idea, hey, what if we, for a weekly thing, and instead of, because we don't like to poo on things. I mean, we'll say if it's bad, but people put hard work into these things. And so there's, we don't want to mess that up. And so we thought, well, why don't we make a positive spin on it? And so we came up with this, and then, week after week of chatting and talking, and, we message each other constantly throughout the week, talking about our regular lives, venting about things, sharing stupid memes, anything you would do with a friend that's right in front of you. We do that. And 2 years ago, was that when it was? 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, you came out and came to the U.S. and visited me, and we spent like 13 days, something like that, together, had a blast.
Went to Disneyland?
Yeah, we did. I was so mean to Ruben. He flew in to San Francisco. I made him walk up Coit Tower because their elevator was broken.
Flipping heck, those stairs.
Dude, that sucks. I'm never doing that again.
That was horrible.
Yeah. And then 2 days later, a man who is still jet lagged, has no idea what time it is. We go through time change because it was like daylight savings time or no, we switched, we fell back, so we gained an hour, which was at least nice. But then I made him get up stupid early. We flew down to Disneyland, and then I made him walk around Disneyland for 2 days, and then we flew home.
I was so tired.
The man had no idea what day it was at all.
No, he didn't. And then you filled him with sugar, so it was all good.
Yes, we went to Walmart, and we filled one of the, what do you call it? Trolley? Is that what you call it?
Trolley, yeah.
Yeah, the shopping cart full of just junk food.
All the stuff I'd never had before, like tasting American sweets and stuff.
Yeah.
Some were fine. Some were not fine.
Oh, but yeah, and we've just, it literally, I mean, our friendship has grown naturally and organically over the years. How long has it been? Has it been 4 years now?
Coming up to 4 years, I think.
4 years?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like we're trying to go over across the pond to visit him. They're trying to come here as well. Not at the same time, because then that would just be weird. We'd miss each other.
Hey, I'm at your door, but you don't seem to be home.
Let me in! Oh, gosh. So, yeah. There you go.
Anyway, that's the story. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, I have not watched Leo. Have you watched Leo?
No.
Okay. An old history of violence, which is
I know of it. Yeah, people have been talking about it. Yeah.
Okay. The soul has no age. Going back to I was talking. Age is a number. Yep. Okay, Leo is connected to the Vikram movie, which I love.
Of course,
Vikram.
now I know that character. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Vikram is great.
Vikram is that was just bonkers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Yale wants to know, if we were a superhero, who would you be?
Bishop from X-Men, so I can time travel. Or Deadpool. I don't want to be burnt, but his healing ability is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I used to think Batman, because he was just a normal dude who had a ton of money so he could buy crap. But he also gets beat up a lot. And
he does, and also money doesn't buy everything.
No,
like
it doesn't. He's very
stuff. Yeah.
And family. I mean, he's very lonely. So
he is, yeah. I'm Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. Green Lantern? I don't know. No, I don't know. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Superman?
As long as I don't have to wear the suit.
Star-Lord?
He's not really a
Groot?
superhero, though. Yeah, Groot. I don't know. That's a good one. I think I'm thinking of my Marvel characters or something in my
Hulk? Thor,
No.
he could be a god.
Yeah, Loki's pretty cool.
Loki's cool. I like Loki a lot, yeah.
Yeah, Mantis, because she can
Sleep.
make people do whatever she wants. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So many of them have sad background stories as well. Like
They do.
If you're Spider-Man, like the stuff he goes through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Some of these, they have tragic stories that get them
Which
to
like
where they
their
are.
abilities, but not their background stories. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Yep. Agreed. Okay, we sold General on the 8 show. It's going to watch. Outstanding.
Do it.
Yeah. Oh, DSR. Oh, from Czech Republic. Hey.
Hi.
Sweet. Welcome. That's cool.
Love your Trunks picture. That's awesome.
You're what?
The character Trunks from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
which is
okay.
Vegeta's son. I think that version of him comes from the future to come see his son in the present because he needs their help. There's a whole big story arc. Would you like me to go into it? So basically...
Continue. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just watch Dragon Ball Super. That'll do.
Okay. I won't do that. Yutaka, somebody say dark and depressing. Yeah, you definitely need to check out the 8 show.
Yeah, you will love this, Yutaka. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So good to have you on there. Better than Alice in Borderland. Different.
Different. I wouldn't say better. It's a different vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. 8 shows sounds like 8 levels of the contestant.
Yes. 100% the contestant.
I also got the platform.
Yes. Can't believe they're making a sequel to that. I don't know how that's going to work.
No, please.
A different platform, different people. That might work. But then the surprise is up. The jig is up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lovia wants to know, if we ever decide to make a movie or direct one, what kind of genre would it be? And then name one actor or actress who you would choose for your movie. Idris Elba.
I would do horror. And I would do an unknown person, an unnamed. I don't want the name. So often you get a named person that comes with an expectation of how they're going to act, who they're going to be. I like unnamed people because then it's the story that does the job. And horror, because you don't need a massive budget, you just need a good story. If it's a tight script, you can film in a house and have a really good story. Or you could do something like Skimmermarink, yeah, and equally be awful. Or you could do something like The Room, and have it, like, or what was it? The Black Telephone. That's just one house and one room. Yeah, incredibly well done. Yeah, horror.
Yeah, I think horror thriller for me too. I could do that. I don't want to direct though. I would produce.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Yeah, you produce the film for me. I'll direct. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
All right. Crochet While and Listen loves Battlestar Galactica, old and new one. So
nice.
Cool. Outstanding. Yeah, I had fun. One favorite 80s, V. Oh my gosh.
The rat eating. Dude.
Oh, do you remember when that first happened? And everybody's like,
don't you do it? Don't you?
I mean, I remember watching that on TV as it came out and being glued and horrified and everything.
I love talking about that the day after. Like, everybody was talking about it. Did you watch the rat? So funny.
Did you ever watch the remake?
Yeah. It wasn't really a remake. It was like or maybe it was, yeah. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
I never saw it. So I just because I think I had seen the original,
Yeah, but it's been so long. The original's really dated and old.
Okay.
I mean, the 80s, like anybody that lived through the 80s, geez. Ancient.
True. Rude.
I lived through the 80s.
I know you did. Oh. Okay, Ruben, what did you think of Windbreaker?
I mentioned a little bit earlier when I was talking about... you can go right back to the beginning if you missed it. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's very different. I can't say I haven't seen Tokyo Revengers, so I've wanted to. But I hear good things. Yeah, Windbreakers is very good. Yeah. Doesn't tell you a lot, but yeah.
Okay, so talking about imaginary friends with Ruben's question, have you watched Drop Dead Fred?
Yes, not in years, but I have seen it. You must have seen this, surely.
Is that the one that Chris was talking about also that had Phoebe Cates?
Yeah.
Drop Dead Fred. Yeah, from... I don't know if I've seen this, honestly.
Maybe? It's an awkward film.
Okay.
Her imaginary friend is awkward, yeah. Annoying. It's good. Okay. It's funny.
Okay. Cool. Friendship story, wholesome. Ruben and I have talked about we wish we were neighbors too, because that would be so great. I mean, because it sucks that we're so far away from each other, and I mean, I don't have, especially after COVID and stuff, many physical friends outside of Ruben.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to be, in person.
So if anybody wants to sponsor us a few million, we'll be able to sort that out.
I'm even looking at France. Okay. Yeah. France is easier to immigrate to.
It's still a few thousand miles closer. So.
Yes, it is. So, yeah. Okay, Ruben, did you try Twinkies when you were in the U.S.?
I don't think we did. No.
We didn't get Twinkies? Really?
I know of Twinkies. They're just the squishy cake with the stuff inside. Yeah. That apparently never ages, and in the apocalypse it'll be like cockroaches and Twinkies that survive, right?
Yeah. I thought we did try those. I don't know. Maybe we didn't. That seems weird though that we didn't.
But I don't know. Can ask your missus. She might remember.
She probably will remember, yeah. So an American friend, though, sent Mr. Saxon some, and you're disappointed. Yeah, they don't live up to the hype. They're not good.
No.
they're just
they're not food.
It's sponge cake with some filling.
Like if it's an apocalypse, you'll eat the sugar. You'll be like, yay, but they're not healthy.
Yeah, Zingers are better, the chocolate ones, because it's kind of like a chocolate Twinkie, except it has this thick layer of chocolate frosting across the top that you could just literally peel off or something. I mean, so there you go. Favorite Asian horror, Ruben? A Tale of Two Sisters. Have you seen that? I've not seen that. I think that was recommended to us a week or two ago. But as we're both looking it up here, yes, I do remember this being recommended because it's on AMC Plus, and so I added it to my list. Favorite Asian horror? Ju-on is really good.
The Wailing, I quite like.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's in, okay, now see, then that opened up, you sparked my head, because we've got Train to Busan.
Yes.
Which is top tier. The Host, which is spectacular also.
Yes. I saw The Devil.
Yeah. That is, ooh.
The original Grudge was good.
Yeah, Ju-on. Yeah.
Oh, Ju-on, as that was called. Okay.
Yeah.
Ring?
Yeah, Ringu, I think.
Ringu? Yeah.
Would you count The Raid? I mean, it's Indonesian, right? So that's, I mean, it's not...
I mean, it's pretty horrific. It's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah. But I guess, it's not really horror, though. That's action.
More martial arts action.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there's a few others that I just can't think of it at the moment.
Well, yeah, I'm going to have to watch A Tale of Two Sisters soon because that looks messed up. Okay. Yeah. Tokyo Revengers is a must. One of the go-tos. Okay, so Ruben, you will not regret it. Even has a live adaptation. I don't know if it's before or after the anime, though.
Oh, okay, cool.
That would be interesting to see.
Why can I watch the live adaptation?
I don't know. Yeah. If we're all neighbors, we could all go to the movies together. Oh my gosh, yes.
That'd be
as
so
long
fun.
As long as nobody talks during the movie. I would throat punch you if that happens, but we can talk before and after.
So angry. Wow.
No, come on. We pay money to go to the movies, right? Yeah.
Here's me with my popcorn and playing chess, Miss Green Brighton, taking a phone call.
Hello? Yeah, I'm in the cinema.
Yeah. Why don't you talk to your plumber during what was that? Earth? Crap! The Chinese movie.
Oh.
There's two of them. Wandering Earth.
Oh, Wandering Earth. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the kids went and saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was nobody else in the theater except one other dude, and he's on his phone yelling in the middle of the movie.
I saw a tweet recently that talked about people at a press screening. It might have been for Furiosa. And it was one of those where you have professional press people, like journalists, and
influencers,
TikTokers, influencers and stuff. Yeah. And that was one of them that was tweeting about being at the cinema for the press screening while she was watching the movie.
There was time before the movie started that you could have done that.
I'm just like, what? This world, what have we created?
Here we have security at our screenings.
We do too. I don't know how that got... Yeah.
Even press-only screenings, when there's no public allowed, we still have security. You know, and they will come by, and they've got night vision and everything. They're looking for the lit-up screens. So,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Olivia likes your choice of horror and an unknown cast. Because unknown actors, you completely feel their characters and make them real. What about the writer? Oh, geez. Flanagan?
I'd probably write it.
Oh, okay.
Because I love writing. So.
There you go. If I were producing a movie that was not one the Ruben's directing, I would choose Flanagan.
Oh my gosh, yeah. If we were able to get Flanagan involved, yeah. Perfect for horror, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we're neighbors in a parallel universe.
Maybe.
Yes. Maybe we're also arch enemies.
Yeah.
With superpowers.
Yeah. What the?
Mr. Saxon, if we were all neighbors and hang out at the Buddy JoJo all the time. Yeah, me too. That would be outstanding. Oh, okay. Those early collab vids, movies that we hate and movies we love or something. Yeah, we did a few of those. And some of them are fun. It's okay, Shiny, that you're behind on the stream. Nobody, that's okay. You're good. Ruben, can you borrow a cup? Juice wants to know if Juice can borrow a cup of sugar from you, Ruben, because we're neighbors.
You have to say it, Ruben. Can I borrow a cup of brown sugar? Are you referencing Bad Boys? Because they were like, "What's that smell, dead guy?" And they're like, "No, you gotta have some bass in your voice." Excuse me, miss, can we borrow a cup of brown sugar? That was Bad Boys 1 or 2, and we now have Bad Boys 4 coming out very soon, and it's Will Smith's return to screen since the big doodah. And
well, he did do that slave movie.
12 Years a Slave?
No. It was Apple. It was on
Emancipation.
Apple.
Yeah. That was excellent. I love that. Yeah. We'll see if it's any good.
I saw somebody tweet this out, and I've never been able to stop thinking about it anytime I hear about Bad Boys, but they missed the mark by calling Bad Boys 3 Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah.
They
really did.
Yeah.
What are they calling Bad Boys 4? 3?
I don't know.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, goodness. You grew up with... Oh, did you grow up with Bad Taste, Peter Jackson movie, and the Famous Five series? They have a new one now in Hulu.
I have the screeners for the Famous Five series. I haven't watched it yet. It's quite a short series. I think it's like a few episodes. The Bad Taste movie I know of, but I've never had I never wanted to watch it. Like, I know it's a terrible B movie that a lot of people love, but it's never made me go, yeah, I'm going to go watch that.
I've wanted to watch it. I just don't know if it's...
I know there's lots of exploding heads.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've wanted to watch it because of just the poster. It just looks weird. I can rent it on Prime, so there is that. So... Ruben, please, can we hear that you like pretty girls?
I like pretty. You got a pretty mouth. You're a pretty girl. Hey, Mama, there's a pretty girl in the garden.
Go get your spade, Edmund.
Oh, hey, all are welcome at the Bunny Dojo. Awesome.
Ooh, nice.
All right. Okay, so Bad Boys 8. Bad Boys until after 10 p.m., and then they start to get tired and need a nap.
Yes.
Exactly. Oh, hear Ruben in my head saying it.
Wow, okay.
That's
I
awesome.
don't know what to say about that one.
That's awesome. Oh, my gosh. Okay. What should we do we want to talk about the worst thing or the thing that didn't make our list?
I can touch on it quickly. Just say that I was looking forward to, after your recommendation, Unicorn.
Thelma the Unicorn.
Yeah, and it was just so boring. It was dull.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Aged. For very young families. Young kids.
Oh, it didn't. So it didn't have like enough
didn't have
for
that
adults in there.
Nimona stuff, the comedy that had the balance of both.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one with the family with the robots taking over the world?
Not Meet the Robinsons.
No.
Mitchells versus the Machines.
Mitchells versus the Machines. Incredible film that just nailed the balance. This, you enjoy it? I was so bored. Yeah.
Okay. For me, it was Power. It's a Netflix documentary about the Popo.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it because it was supposed to be the history of how it becomes, and then I expected just some deep dives into that. We get some of that. We definitely get the history. We get some horrifying imagery. There was a movie called like the Police Film, and it's disgusting.
Okay.
And you get all of these nasty things. The production value of this though makes it almost unwatchable. It goes black at spots. It then has voiceover over nothing. The director also provides voiceover, and he is not the right person for this at all.
Did they have budget issues?
I don't know. And then it just ends. I turned to my wife and I'm like, wait. And she's like, is there another episode? And I'm like, no, it's a movie. That was it.
Damn.
Yeah, it didn't wrap up. It felt incomplete. They didn't provide their conclusion for this. They just stopped talking. And it's like, that's not a good way. So I was bummed about that.
Yeah.
But whatever. So there you go. Yeah. So, okay, enough of that nonsense.
Yeah. Do you want to do internet news?
Yeah.
Cool. I thought I had one that was really good. Do you have any to hand immediately?
I've talked about some of them. Three Body Problem being renewed. From season 3 being renewed, or season 3 coming.
So I've got this thing here. Seasons 2 and 3 for Shogun are in the works. Haruyuki Sanada will return alongside showrunners Justin Marks and Rachel Kondo.
No. They said no.
Well, I think this is good news, but Studio Mappa, who have made us some of the best original anime the last few years, are starting to make live action movies. So this is one of the first times we're getting an animated studio that are at the top of their game, converting some of their IPs into live action. So yes, I think it could work. If they get the budget for it, I don't know. I'm conflicted with that one.
Okay. You liked Supernatural, right?
Love Supernatural. Yeah.
So the stars two of the stars in that, DJ Qualls and Ty Olson. Do you know who this? No. They're engaged. They revealed on the podcast. So if you were fans of that or them, I always remember DJ Qualls from the movie Road Trip.
Right.
Because he's this really, really skinny, scrawny dude. And just funny. But
okay, I have a really weird news story.
Okay.
It's interesting. Okay, so a British lawmaker has challenged Netflix to provide evidence that the real-life Martha from Baby Reindeer has a stalking conviction. The real-life Martha has instructed someone to assemble a team of lawyers in the UK and US to pursue Netflix for defamation.
But he didn't use her name.
No, she came out.
Yeah, and
internet.
so
it was her.
So she outed herself.
It's also not. It's a fiction story based on true events. So they haven't used a name. They've said it's based on. She outed herself. I literally don't see how she has a leg to stand on. And the fact that she's coming out of the woodwork like this just shows she's after that Netflix money from the show that's doing so well.
Yeah, but
weird, eh? But it's interesting that story just keeps going.
and it makes me. I'm making massive assumptions here, so I know that. But it makes me believe the story even more.
Even more, yeah, absolutely, yeah. That's what that does.
That this person is disturbed, and they,
talking about things nobody asked for and we don't need. Happy Gilmore is coming back with Adam Sandler to reprise his iconic role in a brand new movie, obviously coming to Netflix.
No.
Yeah, don't like one of these best movies. You're gonna ruin that, man. It also, you can't keep that comedy worked for the time. It doesn't anymore. It just doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I'm not even sure all of it holds up either.
A live action movie based on the Division is going to Netflix. The sci-fi action movie based on the video game will star Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain. Which is weird. They've just I think they cancelled the third game, but now they're still going ahead to make a Division movie. It's a Tom Clancy game.
Really? That's okay.
Did you ever watch? A while ago, there was Quibi. Do you remember Quibi?
I do. It was
the billion-dollar franchise that died quickly.
Yeah.
There were a few movies and series from that, regardless, that were actually really good. And then Amazon bought a bunch of the IPs and put them on their channel as a whole movie rather than 10-minute bite-sized weird thing. Yeah. One of those was Die Hard with Kevin Hart. Him as an action role star, which was really funny and actually really worked. That's coming back for a second season this time, and it's called Die Hard, Die Harder. Die Hard 2, Die Harder. They like Die Hard, Die Hard, Die Harder. Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's so weak, isn't it? It's like, oh, okay.
And I'm sorry that Kevin Hart has not been making some good movie choices lately.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but I love Die Hard, so we'll see if that's manages to capture the same flavor as the first one.
Okay.
In other good news, and I've always said that I thought this would make a good TV series, is Tomb Raider. So Phoebe Waller-Bridges' Tomb Raider series now is a go at Amazon Studios, which is great news.
Well, and who was? I can't remember who was starring in it because she's not starring in it. Is it Melissa Barrera? Who is?
Yeah, I don't know. I just know Phoebe. Well, I think she's writing it or the show creator or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't be the one that was in the latest film. I don't think it'll be her.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Alicia Vikander.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they didn't announce somebody.
So whoever's been doing the PR for Agatha all along is a genius because they've been changing every few months. They've been changing the title for the show, what the name is. But now the theory is that those are the show episodes titles, and so they finally came out September 18th. Agatha all along. It was always Agatha all along, which is brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I hope that is the case and that they weren't just they were losing their mind and just kept changing the titles. That has to be the title episode, surely.
Yeah. When I worked in radio, I was in charge of all the websites and we were launching a new radio station. And when you do that, it is highly classified because another station could literally flip to that format before you do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's hush hush and everything else. Well, we were changing to a station, and so because I was in charge of the websites, we decided to do a stunt. So every day for the week leading up to the launch of the station, we did a different themed radio station for that day. So the music, like one day it was talk radio, one day it was like country, one day it was, all 80s, whatever. Great. No different. I mean, tons of radio stations do stunts like this. When a new radio station launches, half the time they'll go for whatever the frequency is, that number of minutes or hours, hours, not minutes, hours of commercial free, something like that, to entice people and everything else. Well, I did a different website every single day that matched, graphics, logo, the whole thing that matched the format that we were going with. And I launched them all at midnight, made them live each time. And at first, trades were reporting, oh, Sacramento station is moving to this format. And then the next day it was like, oh, nope, they're this. And then by the end of the week, they were like, we really don't know. They're keeping us guessing. Let's just see what they had. I was like, yeah, that's fun.
That's what you wanted to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the titles we had was Agatha Darkhold Diaries, Agatha Lion Witch with Great Wardrobe, Agatha House of Darkness, Agatha Coven of Chaos, and then just Agatha was one. And now, obviously, it was Agatha all along, which I think is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think those are. I liked. I'm not sure we needed the series, but I liked her inclusion in Wanda.
Yeah, I don't know if it will work, but WandaVision was amazing partly because of her. So,
Challengers, the movie.
Yes,
that just was in theaters. It's still in theaters right now.
Yeah,
it's available on digital.
Yeah. A continued discussion on how quickly they're not giving people time to actually go and watch it. A lot of people can't go the first, second, or third week. People have lives, so maybe they'll book it like, I really want to watch it, and then before they know it's gone. Yeah.
Well, and honestly, I'm a bit. While I like watching movies on the big screen with all of the big sound and everything else, I don't like the people because everybody walks in late, they talk, they're on their phone, whatever that is.
Yep.
So even if I have to pay $30 to rent a movie that's in the theaters and watch it at home, I will do that. Now you might go, well, $30, that's kind of steep. I would like to buy it for $30 and then I just own it. But it's cheaper than if I were to take 3 people to the movies, or just 2 people and getting a couple of snacks. So I can watch it in my house. I can watch it with the sound level at which I want. I can put on the subtitles so that we can hear it when the sound goes wonky. I don't worry about anybody else walking in or talking or disrupting it. They're making it harder for me to want to go to the movies.
Yeah. Something that you might want to go to the movies for, if this actually does happen, is Empire tweeted a single picture with the words coming soon, and it's a spinning top.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which suggests that we are getting Inception 2. I don't know what to think about this. If anybody could do it, it would be Christopher Nolan. If he has a story, if he's finally going to answer whether the top stops spinning. DiCaprio actually manages to get back to his family, I would like that. Or are we totally going for a new Inception, a new story where he links all his universes and people, go backwards in time. They also can catch bullets with their guns in reverse, and I don't know about this one because Inception is so good.
I like that it ends where it does. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want an answer necessarily. I mean, I do want an answer, but I don't want a movie that's going to ruin everything that came before it.
Exactly. But it is Christopher Nolan. So does he do anything wrong? Well, arguably the third Batman movie, but,
I liked that one.
It's fine.
Okay, so I saw the TV Glow this week, and before that, a trailer for a movie that I had not heard of played. It is a Blake Lively movie that comes out later this year called It Ends With Us. Have you seen this trailer?
No.
Okay, this is not news, and this is not something I'm looking forward to, but this is bizarre to me. So anybody, if you've seen this, let us know in the chat too, because this is the vibe that I get from the trailer.
Okay.
It is a glorification, or at least a romanticizing view of domestic violence.
Wow.
Like, not glorification, romanticized view of this, because Blake Lively, from what the trailer shows, is in an abusive relationship. And she also has this other guy that she's attracted to, and she keeps going back to the abuser. Now, I understand that does mimic reality, and that, there's a psychological draw that, but my daughter read the book and said, yeah, that's kind of what it is. Like,
wow.
And so, it also, from the trailer, it looks like a Hallmark movie. Like, I was shocked that they were playing it as a theatrical trailer because it looks like hot poo.
That's Ryan Reynolds' wife, right?
It is.
Okay.
So, I mean, I liked her in Simple Favor. I liked her in The Shallows, Age of Adeline. I know she's in Gossip Girl, which I never watched. So, I mean, she has, bless you. She has, bless you. Go for three. Do we hear three?
No,
Do we hear three?
I don't want to.
Disappointing. So anyway, yeah, I let us know in the comments too if you and we'll get to you in a second. If you've seen this trailer, or what you thought of it, or if you've read the book. It ends with you because, Anyway, okay. Do you have more entertainment news?
No. Should we talk about what we're looking forward to?
Yes, please.
Cool. I'm very much looking forward to this week of animation and anime on Netflix, at least. There's a lot. There's a series. I don't know how to pronounce this. Garodin, The Way of the Lone Wolf. The animation style looks fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that. That comes out on Thursday, and I believe they're dropping the whole series. So you can binge watch that. On Friday, we have the new story, Jurassic World Chaos Theory. They had the Camp Cretaceous series, which was like 5 seasons or something, and these poor kids, trying to survive on this island, and it towed the line between being kid friendly and sometimes pretty dark, which I love. I've always loved about Jurassic Park. And now this is the same, or a few of the same kids, a few years later, after the events of the latest movie. So the dinosaurs are out in the world, and it's them as like teens. And it's called Chaos Theory. So I'm eager to see what they've done with the story. And then I try and find it. Where is it? Oh, there's an anime movie that comes out on Friday called My Onigirl.
Oh, yeah. Netflix, right?
Netflix, yeah, which looks fantastic. Sci-fi, fantasy anime. A shy teenage boy's inability to say no is tested when a headstrong girl drags him on a mystical journey amid summer snow to find her missing mom. Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Okay. Also coming to Netflix on Friday, Atlas with J-Lo.
Yeah. Could be okay.
Yeah, could be poo. I don't know. The last one that she did, I was not a fan.
This actual mom thing?
That was bad. Furiosa coming out this week.
Yeah, that's a slightly big movie.
Yeah, just a little bit. Something that I'm really looking forward to because I've been binging. I'd never seen the show, so I've watched seasons 1 through 3, but trying season 4 on Apple. The thing I'm a little concerned about is they're making a 6-year time jump.
Oh,
and
I don't like that.
I'm hesitant to be excited about that because now they've taken the kids and they've replaced them with different actors because obviously 6 years, and I was digging the little kids, so I don't.
Okay, that's
if it retains the heart and the humor and just everything that made seasons 1 through 3 so special, then that'll be outstanding. Because it's like Ted Lasso. It has that feel-good quality to it. That even though there might be some drama, a little bit of sorrow and melancholy interspersed throughout, overarching is very positive, very loving, very caring, just, hopeful. So, hoping, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's all I have. I don't, my week is slow. I'm also going out of town this weekend, so it's, I'm not going to have very many reviews, unfortunately, this week. But, yeah. Anything else? No?
I don't think so.
Okay. What did I do? Okay, no. I pressed a button. I'm like, let's go to the chat. Catching up. Oh, you're right. Wait, where is that? Chris Stuckman, Shelby Oaks. It's going to premiere at Fantasia Fest this year.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. I've always wanted to go, but obviously it's not in the UK. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's. I think that's going to be
the
cool.
perfect place for his film, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll have to see. I probably can't make that. I'm quite certain I can't make that. But yeah, Ruben, if you can make the Purdy Girl segment a short on your channel, you'd watch that every day.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we'll chase my wife around the house just randomly in different places. You're a pretty girl. You got a pretty mouth.
Oh, gosh. I don't know when Slow Horses is coming back. I want
it is, though. It is coming back, but we don't know when. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because we were fortunate to get 2 seasons in 1 year.
Yes. That was unusual. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll get 3 at the end of this year. Oh, that would be outstanding. Yeah, Piers had the real Martha.
I don't care. Piers Morgan can jog on anything.
Yeah, that
happens on that show.
Yeah, that whole thing is just. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Crochet a while and listen. So sick of reboots and remakes. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
Well, and it. There is a movie coming out, and I thought this was a sequel, but Russell Crowe is in a movie called Exorcist.
Yeah, isn't that the sequel to The Pope's Exorcist?
I don't believe it is. He's a different character altogether. See, that's what I thought. I thought it was a sequel to The Pope's Exorcist. I
thought that was a sequel. Okay, that's hilarious.
Because he's playing another priest.
Talk about terrible marketing. You should have not had Russell Crowe. Or are they banking on the people think that it's part of the just to get? It's going to be a terrible movie then, isn't it?
Maybe. Well, if they put him on a Vespa, somebody should sue somebody because there's that you can't.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yutaka wants a second Inception.
Okay.
I will agree with you that the first, phenomenal.
Either way, we're like 5 years away from that. So
true. Will Inception 2 be ruined by another horrible audio mix? Well, he
does do that a lot, man. Yeah. A lot. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's chat. So, cool. Hey, thank you, everybody. We're going to wrap up because we've been here talking at you for a really long time. Thank you so much. Don't forget, we have our Patreon at patreon.com/thebeardedones. It is £1. As Ruben said, there are over 100 videos. And so we love chatting in there. We have done some spoiler reviews lately. We did some anime reviews just recently as well. Some of them on just things that we've chosen to watch. Some of them that have been recommended as part of the tier packages. But yeah, you can get in for just £1 if you want access to all of those. There's a free tier so that you can just see some of the content.
Literally just joined.
Like just now?
Just now.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, welcome. Thank you, Peter. That's cool. Outstanding. Well, we'll get your name added to the patron list there as well. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Ruben with the Ruby Tuesday. Me, Chris, Movies and Munchies. And everybody. Thank you. 1 pound fish. What is that?
I don't know what that means. Everybody's got a pretty mouth.
See, the only thing that I think of when I hear 1 pound fish is Wheel of Fish.
And
no?
on that
Anybody?
note.
Yeah. Everybody, thank you again. We'll see you next week. All right. Take care.